Hey guys, this is Sir Dude, letting you know that we are pleased to bring you this brand new edition of Tell 'em Steve Dave. Set aside your video games, forget that you can't math, and if you just got paid and want to get laid, this podcast is for you. Now, tell 'em Steve Dave.
Out of your house. I'm not going to hurt you. I just want to talk to you. Just come out and talk, please.
This is important. This is substantial.
Right. This is a chapter in history that will probably never be repeated.
I know I can't say it about anybody at the table here.
Right.
That's a fact. Tell him, Steve Dave.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Tell 'em Steve Dave. Unfortunately, Walt, right out of the gate, we've got to name a pusshole of the week. Pusshole of 2 weeks, maybe. That's right, BQ.
Really?
Yes. Scheduled to record last Wednesday. Pulled out. His schedule was too tight. Too heavy with obligation.
He's a busy dude, though. You can't deny that.
Very busy. He's touring. He's doing the show. He's going to Bret Michael concerts. When I found that out, that's when I knew that we had a pusshole of the week, that he would rather go below Bret Michaels backstage, like a groupie, than
he got
come
backstage
into the show. Come on, he's BQ.
Did he get to talk to Bret Michaels?
I don't know. I don't think he did. I mean, I don't think he wanted to. He went with somebody else who, I guess, wanted to. Whatever. So he, Dolly Parton, Bret Michaels, not even Poison.
It's tough, you know what I mean? He only has a few free moments in his schedule. I mean, Bret Michaels' concert is only going to happen, once, twice in this area, maybe ever again?
I don't know. You don't think he'll keep touring?
Well, I guess if the demand is there, but I mean...
All that 80s shit is back. People love that stuff, man.
They do.
Like moms will bring their kids to Poison and stuff. Like when I went to see Poison, actually I went to see someone else, but Poison opened, and there were a lot of like moms there with like younger girls who I assume were their daughters, trying to be like, hey, this is how we used to rock.
I can't imagine that being a fun evening for the kid who has to go watch their mom, show them how they rocked in the 80s.
Right. Yeah, it's because
it's not worthy enough to be like, I got to pass this down. Is it?
No, but there's such a, like, if you were the right age at the time, though, there's such a fucking heavy nostalgia factor that you're just like, how can you not think this is awesome? But, like, viewed through, the prism of, say, someone who's 30 years to 35 years younger than you.
Yeah, but the whole thing of like, well, I want to have my child experience, and the child is probably an adult, right? Almost at this point.
These girls that I saw, they look like they were like maybe 15, 16. This is years ago. It's a couple years back.
I don't know if it's that worthy of an experience that you want to that you need to share and be like, look, you need to recognize this. This is important. This is substantial.
Right. This is a chapter in history that will probably never be repeated.
Skinny bop bop. Is that one of the Poison songs?
That's one of their songs, yeah. Get out your lighters. Every rose has its thorn.
Isn't unskinny bop bop mean something else? Like, I always thought it meant something tawdry.
Unskinny Bop?
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's look it up.
I thought that was about the oral.
I thought it was about banging fat chicks.
Oh, really?
That's what I thought. Let's see. We'll look it up on. This is my go-to AZ lyrics. They always know. What's got you so jumpy? Why can't you sit still? Like gasoline, you want to pump me and leave me when you get your fill. Every time I touch you, honey, you get hot. I want to make love, you never stop. Come up for air, you push me to the floor. Oh, you're right. It's about oral, right?
Why?
Come up for air, you push me to the floor. What's been going on in that head of yours? Unskinny Bop just blows me away. Unskinny Bop all night and day. Unskinny Bop, 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 bop. She just loves to play. Unskinny Bop, nothing more to say. You look at me so funny, love bite, got you acting oh so strange. You got too many bees in your honey. Am I just another word in your page? Every time I touch you, honey, you get hot, blah, 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 blah.
I don't, again, I've only heard one line that could lead you to believe it was about, the sins of
some carnal.
the mouth.
Like gasoline, you want to pump me and leave me when you get your fill. What's right, what's wrong, what's left, what the hell is going on?
No, above that.
You're saying my love won't do you, but that ain't love written on your face. Ooh. Well, honey, I can see right through you. We'll see who's riding who at the end of this race. So he's saying
I think it's up to debate.
Gave him a facial?
I think it's up to debate.
I wish we had known Quinn was going to act like a fucking little bitch and go to a Poison concert, and he could have asked him about the lyrics.
He could have gotten the 411 right from the...
Unskinny Bop, Brett. Give me the DL. Is it about fucking fat chicks or getting blown? Yeah, I don't know. Somebody out there knows. Somebody can tell us.
Again, like there are certain artists that maybe merit you grabbing a young person by the arm and being like, you need to listen to this. You need to at least have witnessed this performance. I don't know if Poison's it though.
No, probably not. Unless you're like, I mean, look, they were one of the biggest acts in the 80s. There's no denying that, right?
But nothing substantial. There was no message. There was no. It's literally cotton candy.
Yeah.
And there's no like. There's nothing significant in the music that makes it like important though. What I'm saying, you need to whoa, stop what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if you got school tomorrow.
Right. In fact, you don't have school tomorrow.
You need to experience this. You need a life lesson. You're not going to get a life lesson from going to see Poison, so why would you bring your kid there?
Well, maybe you're going to get a life lesson. What about every rose has its thorn? We both lie silently, still in the dead of the night. Although we both lie close together, we feel miles apart inside. Was it something I said or something I did? Did my words not come out right, though I tried to hurt you? Though I tried, but I guess that's why they say every rose has its thorn. So, people drifting apart. Like, that's a life lesson later on in life.
But I'll be honest, and I cannot stand the metal ballad. It's absolutely the thing that just wanted to, it almost put me off metal.
Heresy. You don't like the fucking metal fucking...
the power ballad?
The power ballad?
No. I hated it. I felt it was a
cop
cop-out. I understand why bands had to do it, because they wanted to make money.
Mm-hmm.
And they wanted chicks at the arena, so it wasn't all dudes just banging their heads.
Right.
But it was the worst of times for me to be a fan of metal and to have these bands just do power ballads. Want to put a gun in my mouth?
Okay, you take like your Poisons, your Cinderellas, your White Lions.
Crew did it with Home
Crew eventually
Sweet Home.
did it, yeah.
And then we got to have one on every album. We got to have two,
right.
Just in case one doesn't hit.
I didn't mind Home Sweet Home, but like as far as power ballads went, I didn't mind that one too much.
Yeah, but
I mean, it's no Helter Skelter.
Yeah, but for a guy who's like, they were flashing devil horns, then they abandoned the devil horns and were like, well, we don't want to be associated with the devil. Well, okay, you know what then? I don't want to be associated with you then anymore. Mm-hmm. I don't care about you. I don't
Sincerely,
care about...
Walter J. Flanagan.
If you're ashamed of the devil...
Mom, can you put this in the mail for me?
If you're ashamed of your past and the pentagrams that you were so eager to display on all these albums, mm-hmm. and associate yourself with shouting at the devil, and now you're just going to sing about Home Sweet Home, hey, you're not singing to me anymore. You're singing to a different crowd.
Yeah, you're singing to the girls. You're singing to the people who are paying.
You're singing to Q now.
Yeah. Yeah, you're serenading guys like Q. Assholes. As soon as that power ballad came out, man, he was later.
He loves power ballads, right?
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. He's a power ballad, playlist guy.
What about you, Gideon? You like the power ballad?
Not that I have.
Have you ever... done any kind of activity with a power ballad bed underneath you, like
no.
like some light power ballad to get romantic?
No,
excluding jerking off.
As we have established, there's certain genres of music I've never even heard before.
Really, like what?
Well, I remember when we were starting to do the first lip syncs. Or karaoke's, you're like, how can you never heard this song? I'm like, I never heard this song before.
You never heard Rod Stewart's Tonight's the Night.
Oh, my God, really?
It's gonna be all right. And he's like, I never heard this before. And I was like, what the fuck? How could you have never heard this song before?
Because tonight was never the night. It was never going to be all right.
Yeah, all right. I can only equate it to you as maybe before your time.
I think I was like listening to Casey Kasem.
So
that's the kind of...
Is there like something you would put on, or have you ever or something you hope to put on one day? You're like, I'd like to try to do some stuff while this is playing.
I still remember the music
That's his line to the girl. Like he comes in a robe. He's like...
Well, I mean, I can cut this out, but I won't name names. Right? You are doing stuff now, right?
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay, so he's doing stuff.
Really?
Yeah. So we're not going to get, and I'm going. You got to be respectful.
Okay.
Because you don't want to lose it. Because you don't want to screw it up on him.
Yeah, he's I can't fuck this up. I'll be back to jerking off to power ballads.
You don't ever put some music on?
Well, I was going to say I remember the music that was first playing the first time I ever did stuff.
Okay, what was that?
It was Elvis.
What's Elvis song?
Yeah, because she was totally into Elvis.
What was the Elvis song?
I don't remember the exact song, but
you don't remember the song?
No, it was like a mix. She made her own mix CD.
A little more action, please.
And that's why I like Ocean's 11 so much. I hear all that Elvis music.
I mean, how wet?
Hunka bunny love.
How wet is the collective 13%er plus right now? Thinking of making love to Elvis
on my kitchen floor.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So who?
Well, it's well padded with old newspapers.
No, it was hardwood.
Discarded foodstuffs.
We had a blanket down.
Who put the music on?
She did.
So where was the radio? Or was it a CD player? Was it
a CD player?
I'm sure it was an MP3. It happened last week.
It was a CD player that was sitting on top of the refrigerator.
Right, and she was like, I need to drown this out. I need to think of Elvis.
I think so. It was like she's like, she's like, this has to be to Elvis. I want to hear Elvis.
Is that your impersonation of her speaking?
If you know her, yes.
Can we hear that again?
She's like, I really want to hear Elvis. You really got to listen to this CD.
Are you sure you weren't looking in the mirror? It sounds like you.
We're really going to hear Elvis. You got to hear this CD.
So you're saying she had a stutter?
No, she was nervous.
So, okay, yeah. She was nervous. Yeah. So she had.
She had a knife to her throat. Why wouldn't she?
Was it a mixed CD that she had made herself?
Yes, she had made it herself. So this is just right around like when CD.
I know it may not be a 13%er's wet, but a Q, if he listens to this, it's got to be fucking rock hard. Elvis.
Oh, I know.
And
the real Elvis. Yeah.
On the kitchen floor?
And she gave me the CD, but I ended up, I lost it in a car accident.
Really?
Yeah. It was in my CD changer, and it got mangled in the accident, so there was no way to retrieve the CD.
Wow.
Yeah, irreplaceable. You can never make that mix CD again.
Memories.
Well, she made it.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
How often did you go back to that CD?
It did not last long, so it just stayed in the CD
It
changer.
didn't even last one of the songs.
If you had it now, could it do the job on a lonely night?
No.
No. Okay.
It just dredges up too many
bad memories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's a reason why I refer to her as the psycho. Because
I'm sure she does the same. Yeah, I mean,
she's going, yes, I had to be a psychotic.
yeah, she's like, I must have been, yeah.
I saved the voicemail messages. I'm not sure where that recording is now, but it's just like, come out of your house. I'm not going to hurt you. I just want to talk to you. Just come out and talk, please.
It sounds like...
Just come out and talk.
It
sounds like one of the Three Stooges.
No, it sounds like an old-time actor. Let's do it again.
I'm not going to hurt you. Just come out and talk. I want to talk to you.
It sounds like one of the impersonations that the guy on Saturday Night Live did, Dana Carvey.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing an impersonation. I can't put my finger on it, but it's an old-time actor that Dana Carvey would do all the time.
Not Jimmy Stewart.
Yes, it's Jimmy Stewart.
Oh, Jimmy Stewart.
Do it again.
You fucked the female equivalent of Jimmy Stewart.
That's hot.
Yeah, Mary. Do it like that, Mary.
Wow.
Well, revelations.
Yeah.
I can't believe that you can't remember the song, though.
Again, it was... I want to say so long ago, but...
What year would this have been? Because, like, Elvis is certainly not something that a lot of young people are into. Usually if you're going to find Elvis later on in life because, you're more interested in the current popular music growing up.
Yeah.
Usually Elvis has to be introduced, and it's certainly not introduced on the radio anymore to anybody.
She liked Elvis. Who was the one who used to play the piano? Like Nora
Billy
Jones?
Joel?
No, Nora Jones.
I don't know. Is that I think so.
I waited till I saw the sun. Don't know why I didn't come.
That sounds like that would be on your mixtape for her. Yeah. Nora Jones, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so she liked that kind of music.
I guess she sold more than 50 million albums worldwide. Wouldn't you love to just... I would love to meet Nora Jones and be like, here's a picture of a guy who's rocked puss to your songs.
You think that she's a go-to ever in the romantic, like in the bedroom? Like, let's put some Nora Jones on tonight.
Well, if she sold 50 million albums, I would say yes.
So she sung a lot of romantic songs?
She sang any power ballads?
I think like this, it was more slower piano-based music is what I remember. I don't claim to be a Nora Jones expert.
No. Well, I'm glad you don't.
Well, let's see what people list as the top power ballads, Walt.
Metal?
Yeah, the top 20 metal power ballads, okay?
Guns N' Roses, My Sweet Child, baby. Yes.
Wow, this is not one that I would have thought. It says, God damn these pop-up bullshit ads. Fade to Black.
From Metallica?
Yeah. I don't consider that a power ballad, do you?
Not at all. It starts off slow,
mm-hmm.
and so that's what they're just trying to give. They're just trying to give legitimacy to the other fucking
corny shit that's
Have we
about
ever
to
played Fade to
follow.
Black here?
Yeah, I'm sure we have.
Okay, I'm going to do the top 10s list because that fucking website sucks. Beyond the Realms of Death, Judas Priest. These people also have Fade to Black. They have Nothing Else Matters.
Come on.
Silent Lucidity,
I've heard that one.
Queensryche. Cemetery Gates, Pantera.
No way!
A Tout Le Monde.
These are
Megadeth.
romantic power ballads.
Yeah, I don't... Yeah.
I'm talking about, like, My Sweet Child of Mine.
Mm-hmm.
Every Rose Has Its Thorn.
What would November Rain be considered?
I think November Rain, possibly.
Okay. I'm familiar with that.
Okay, let's see.
You fucked to that, too?
No.
He's fucked every song, yeah. Just fucked a radio static, like the station's going in and out.
It's usually the infomercial that's playing in the background.
Yeah. You fucked with a ShamWow guy.
Billy Mays here.
Hi, Billy Mays here. Are you getting off to my voice?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. None of these websites are working. I was on Twitter the other day, Walt. Somebody from Tell 'em Steve Dave won $100 on FanDuel.
Really?
How sweet is that? Yep. That's a big winner. People normally lose because try to lose because they want those patches, but yeah, this person won $100. So if you're into fantasy football, which I am not, well, I don't think you are.
But I watch my footballs though.
You do. You like football, huh? You like all sorts of sport. You don't watch baseball though, right?
I know the World Series is coming up, but then I'll probably tune in just to see like a deciding game of World Series, just because the pressure is so intense. But for the most part, yeah, baseball I could do without.
Yeah. Is it America's game anymore? Is it still America's game? Football is now, right?
Football is America's game. People live and die by football, and it's an institution, and it's a. I mean, fuck, man. The Super Bowl is a holiday. The World Series is not a holiday.
Well, because it's the World Series, it's like, okay, so we got to sit through all these different games, like best out of 7, right. I think, right?
Yeah, that plays in the factor.
Football, it's like it's do or die. Like, that is the day it's decided. You don't have to schedule an entire fucking 2 weeks, you know? So, okay, talk about your personal experience playing FanDuel, says the copy, of which I have none. So, sorry, FanDuel, but that's not going to happen. Patriots are back. Tom Brady and Gronk should be a nice connection, don't you think, Walt?
Brady came back, and if you picked Brady, and you were on the fence about picking Brady last week on your fantasy team, you got burned yet again. That motherfucker is not human. Tom Brady is inhuman. He came out. He was suspended for 4 games. He comes out. Granted, it was against Cleveland, which is basically a high school team, but doesn't matter, man. He hasn't played in 4 weeks, comes out, lights him up, throws for all sorts of yardage and for touchdowns. He is, I mean, I'm going to say it, he's the greatest quarterback that's ever fucking thrown a football. Wow. Better than Montana.
Better than
young Walt Flanagan?
No, better than what's his name?
You're going to say Steve Young.
The guy who
no, well, why would you put my name in the mix? What?
I've seen you catch footballs, and it's just like.
But he's throwing footballs.
What?
These guys throw.
These guys are throwing footballs.
Who's the guy who used to blow all the time? The religious guy.
Oh, Tebow.
Tebow.
Come on. Well, I mean, Tebow saved a life the other day. You know.
Oh, did he? How's that?
Tell him how. Get him.
Mike was telling, but it was he laid hands on someone and cured them. Got them to come back to life.
Of what? What did he?
I'm not sure.
All right. Well,
no, it's true. It's true, and he's not fucking around.
Okay, so Tebow fucking laid hands on somebody and they came back to life. Let's look up this fucking.
You don't
bullshit.
believe it?
No, I don't. I believe that it was reported.
No, it's true.
It was a man with a seizure.
Okay, so the guy came out of the seizure.
Read it, get him. Tell us what happened.
Okay, I'll read it from the nonbiasedchristianpost.com. September 19th, so this is less than a month ago, he was signing autographs. A man collapsed in the stands behind him, and he laid hands on him and prayed for his recovery. What happened next was nothing short of miraculous. He put hands on him and says a prayer, and the man breathes. In another tweet, someone says, "I just witnessed a miracle," which is, I guess, the guy coming out of a seizure, which I think happens quite often, right?
Usually requires drugs.
You see, this is what they do. This is what people do. Mm-hmm. They want to diminish what just happened. Miracles in front of their fucking faces. They witness them and they were like, it's not a miracle because they can't accept it.
People here are saying it's a miracle.
I know. I'm talking about you.
Yeah, well, it wasn't in front of my face. I'm just reading from the Christian Post.
But you know what's the sad thing about this all is?
What's that?
Is that there's no fucking fantasy stat for fucking bringing someone back to life. Because that would have been a fucking 10-beller, and it would have been better than what Tom Brady did. Way better.
You would have been at the top of every league you were in.
Not as good as winning a Super Bowl, but still. Bringing someone back to life, that's pretty damn cool.
Oh, Tebow is signing autographs. Fan has what looks like a seizure. He's not moving. Puts his hands on him and says a prayer. The man breathes. Wow. Do you stop breathing during a seizure? I thought you just flipped around like a fish out of water.
You seize. Your body goes like in convulsions, so it sometimes can paralyze the diaphragm.
Don't you have to stick your finger up your ass or something like that?
No. What are you talking about?
I thought I read that somewhere.
What does that have to do with having a seizure? What's the danger part of your asshole?
I remember when my dog used to have seizures. Like you would have to like put a little tiny, not enema. What's those things? Suppository in her ass, and then she would like come out of the seizure.
Whose job was that in the house?
I guess probably Pam. She's a nurse. Like I wasn't living there at the time.
I have heard. Supposedly,
I was so annoyed. Like
supposedly, if you OD, you're supposed to stick an ice cube up someone's butt, and a lot of paramedics say they revive that OD.
For what?
If someone's ODing, overdosing.
Really?
It's an urban legend.
Okay, and where do you come across an ice cube?
Or you can use Narcan.
It's usually people OD usually at houses. So.
Can you imagine you wake up from an OD, somebody shoving an ice cube up your ass? You'd be like, "What the fuck?"
At least you woke up.
Wait a minute. Though. Well, let's say you don't have an ice cube.
It's an urban legend.
It's an urban legend.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So
why are you bringing it up in here? We're talking about a fucking real miracle.
Okay. Well,
I know, man. We're not talking about Snopes and shit here. We're talking about fucking honest to God. Okay, did you see the picture of him laying the hands, Walt?
No.
He's like reaching over a wall, barely touching the guy's leg. He's like trying to reach him. And he says, breathe. And then the dude comes out of it. Now, do you think...
Because it's a light touch, it didn't happen. It hadn't been a full touch.
Yeah, well, what does the guy got to do? What does the guy got to do to finally get some credit?
Why does he have to touch him, though? Why can't he just pray for him?
It's called laying of hands for a reason.
Would you stop fucking shouting, man? You're blowing my ears out, fucko.
But actually, he's right. It's called laying of hands. And what does this guy got to do? What does this guy got to do to fucking finally get all the haters to stop hating?
Play a decent fucking game.
The last game he fucking started, he won.
Okay.
Which was a playoff game.
So
that's not true. He lost to the Patriots after that. So that's right. Then he won that game against Pittsburgh, and then they played the Patriots. They got fucking blown out.
Okay, so he won a game.
A playoff game, not just a game.
Okay, so he won a play. They're in the playoffs already now.
No, he doesn't play anymore because he's just been.
He retired.
Yeah, I mean they can't take his Christianity.
Get out of here.
They can't, man. It's too much. They say like
he's too much in people's faces with the God stuff.
Yeah, it's too much of a distraction, so no team wants to take him on.
It's controversy, just like people kneeling during the Pledge of Allegiance, and he kneels.
There's no way, right? You're fucking around with me. So players beat the shit out of their wives, and they don't get suspended, or they don't get.
Well,
they don't get.
Come out and say that's the reason why. They'll say the reason why is because he can't throw. And there's some validity to that, but there's a lot of people who are just like, he's just too much of a distraction because he wants to talk about
because he's constantly with the God stuff, but not during the game, right? He just does.
Well, he does the
Tebow stuff.
Yeah, but he can. Plus, the reporters can't leave it alone.
Isn't every fucking asshole who gets fucking like when they do the draft? Isn't every motherfucker like,
I couldn't do this without God.
Yeah, thank God because God gives a fuck if I play football or not.
But we've talked about this.
This is ridiculous.
That's what I'm saying.
So you can't pick Tebow for your fantasy league?
You know what? The fantasy league that matters, I can, and right. I do.
That's God's fantasy league.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Pope.
Tebow is the
Tebow.
Yeah. Who's your roster on
the second kicker?
The Heavens Godly Gods. That's the name of the team.
Come on, man. Tell them the address so we can get out of here.
Yeah.
for FanDuel.
Yeah, well, you join the Tell 'em Steve Dave FanDuel League if you can. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's $5. Yeah. Lay hands on your computer. Hopefully it'll work. FanDuel.com/TESD, $5 entry fee. You could win $100, 20 times the amount you invested. I wish I knew the guy's name who won. He's probably out there partying right now.
Who do you think feels more pure, unadulterated joy? A guy who wins the Super Bowl, or a guy who brings a man back to life?
For me, it would be the Super Bowl. For Tebow, I'm assuming that now that he's taking credit for a guy just reviving on his own.
Come on,
a guy wins the Super Bowl, he's going to Disneyland. Guy brings a man back to life, he's going to the ultimate reward.
No, he's going back to signing autographs since nobody wants him. Poor Tebow. So earlier today, Walt, I asked you if if Gidim came to you and he's like, I need to be put out of my misery, would you have it in you to, he has some sort of debilitating disease. I need you to put me down like Old Yeller.
Do a Kevorkian?
Yeah. And you said last night and this morning. So have we taken a big dip in performance?
No, I wouldn't say that. I don't know if I want to even get into it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We had a legitimate man-to-man talk, and I think that we put the train back on the tracks. And
you had to put on your boss pants, huh?
Did I?
There was a little bit of boss pants in there, but it was also a little bit of like
tough love.
No, like friend pants.
Okay. So it is
one leg was one leg a boss and the other leg was friend.
Yeah.
Your MeUndies were your friend pants, and he had his boss pants on.
I guess I won't get into the conversation about, but I will. I guess you could tell. I guess I find. I wish Q was here because it involves Q.
Oh my god!
But I get a text last night from Q.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be honest. I mean, I'm not. I don't want to tell the story and diminish my. Because I think it could diminish my my real feelings at that moment. Because if I tell it here,
we'll
people
joke around about it.
Yeah, and it to me it wasn't a joking matter. But I get a text from Q last night, and he's like, I'll read it to you. Because I think he wanted to.
He's like, whatever you do, don't fucking let people know I went to a Bret Michaels concert.
Can you get him try and find some keys for me? He's looking for these skeleton keys. If he finds them, I can stop looking or overpaying for the ones I do find.
Yeah, he wants these skeleton keys with a Q on them or something.
Yeah, Corbin Q series.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I wrote, which I was perplexed when I got this because I was like,
why is he asking you?
Yeah, why am I being brought into this conversation? And I wrote, he could look tomorrow at some point. And he goes, thanks, buddy. He says he knows where to try in Red Bank. And then I couldn't let it go because I'm bothered. I'm like, why the fuck, again, am I in this conversation? So I say...
Mm-hmm. And it's not even a group text. It's just you and...
Yeah, and I go, I just write, is he blaming me as the reason he hasn't looked for these keys? And he writes back, this is what he sent me. I asked Walt if I could go look for your keys, and he said you were on tour this week, so it's not important. And I wrote back, yeah, because he told me on the Wednesday afternoon before Comic-Con that he was going to take time Thursday to go look for these keys when he fucking knows full well that he is the only one working at the stash. I said he could look for those keys later in the week, as you won't be back for the next 2 weeks. That fuck can come in early and do it, or he could come in, or he could stay late. Hell, he was on both days this weekend, and I was off. He fucking easily could have found the time. I ain't the fucking reason he hasn't looked for your keys.
So you were a patsy.
I was mad.
You were a patsy in this whole key conspiracy.
And,
he's like, I'm looking for the key to Bret Michaels' heart.
And I wrote, one thing you will find out about Giddens if you spend enough time around him, and I have, is he always has an excuse why it's someone else's fault or someone else's actions that he has not done what was asked of him. And I had to get him to talk about it.
So this text that you never should have been involved with in the first place has now got you like hot under the collar at home on your own time.
Because in one instance, the only reason it really made me mad was because he out of context, he told Q Walt didn't think it was important.
Right.
Out of context, that makes me look like the jerk.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I'm diminishing something that Q finds important.
Right.
Which wasn't the case. I was just saying, because he comes to me with that kind of like, he wants to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he wants to find the keys for Q, which is cool. But he's telling me as if like he's got that nervous energy, like, I got to find these keys for Q.
Like it was Kevin who called and who he works for.
Yes. wait. And then you can defend yourself. And I'm like, and I can see that kind of like that manic, like, I got to do this. And I'm like, whoa. Calm down. Tomorrow you're here by yourself.
Whoa. It's okay.
You can't. I go. It's not important right now to find those keys for Q because he's not going to be here for 2 weeks anyway. Okay, you're here by yourself tomorrow. You cannot just go fucking around looking for keys.
Q's gone 40 years without these keys.
and to me, and I had forgotten totally about it.
Right.
Now, and I also said to get them, then you can defend yourself. When you go fucking place your order for Surf Taco, go look for the keys. When you're on your lunch break, come in early, stay late.
Right.
Do it when I'm not here.
Any number of things other than while you're on the clock and supposed to be working here.
Go ahead, get him.
Okay. Now, I didn't say it was for Thursday. I asked, Q texted me Tuesday night. And I said, I know in my head, I said there was a place in Red Bank that had a big bucket of keys because I needed them for my house. I said, okay, I know
totally irrelevant to what's going on.
Right, yeah.
Irrelevant and means shit to the conversation. Brian doesn't give a fuck about the 5-gallon bucket of keys. You know a place that potentially might have them in Red Bank. That's all you need to fucking tell them. Yeah. That's all you need to tell Brian.
And I said,
too much info.
And I said, and when I came up to you, I was like, Friday. I said, can I go take a look for these keys?
I don't remember you saying the word Friday. Potentially, possibly you could. But all I know is that you got that look on your face and you got that that energy of nervous energy, like, I got to go find these keys. And I'm like, whoa. Motherfucker, you're here by yourself tomorrow. That's all your concern should be right now. Making sure that you're here and you're not preoccupied with Q's keys.
Which is why I wanted to go on Friday, because both you and Mike would have been here and that would have been 2 people covering the store and I could have scurried away and been gone for 20 minutes or so going to the keys.
Or you could have got here 20 minutes early.
Or say 20 minutes late.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
Well,
continue.
Well,
Or done it on his lunch break, like you said.
Yeah.
But I usually don't take a lunch break. I come in here, I eat my food.
And have I told you how many times on your hand have I said you don't need to eat in here? Why don't you go eat somewhere else?
Customers find it disturbing.
I've actually said go eat somewhere else. You don't need to eat behind the counter, haven't I?
And I did. And I tried. One day I came over here and I tried to eat behind the counter, and you came up to me with the phone and you were like, "Deal with this call."
So what? If you're gonna fucking come in here and I'm gonna take a call I don't want to take. And you're not going to listen to me when I say go eat somewhere else, then you're going to take the call then. Sorry.
I was eating all the way back here behind the counter.
All the way back here.
Yeah, behind the show counter.
Oh, the show counter.
Behind
okay.
all,
so what? You can't take the call in case we need you. You just said, well, I'm here in case you need me.
Well, that's
But don't call me on it. Don't take me up on my...
That's a necessity, because Walt doesn't want to take those calls. Whatever,
Which is why, like I said,
I'm shocked you ever answer the phone. Like, ever.
It's because I didn't take the phone with me. And I was back here. So, but that's why I was saying, when there's 2 people working, so Mike could answer the phone and I could go run out and get these keys. I will admit, yes, I was psyched because I was like, I can help you with this problem.
And I'm glad that you can help him. Yeah. I'm all for it. But you got to prioritize. You don't prioritize, though. That's one thing that I see as an observer. You have a problem prioritizing what is and what isn't a necessity. You seem to want to put everything on the same level. And a guy who's not here for 2 weeks, if you had found the key Friday, or you find it before he comes back, the day before,
like 2 minutes before he gets back.
What difference would it have made?
Well, as we found out from Hugh a lot, because he's going out searching for these keys and everything, which is the kind of impression.
So you're saying
he
could stop his search if you found him.
Yeah.
I'll also say you're wrong. He doesn't put everything on the same level of priority. He prioritizes shit that he shouldn't be, like finding keys.
Well, I'm not saying it shouldn't be a priority. If you could help out
in terms of
friend,
the time that he's working, from the time he gets here till the time he leaves when he's working, that's not your priority. And Q would agree with that, I'm sure.
But I was saying, like, I would go try to take a lunch, and Q was like, "Well, tell Walt it's for me. He should be happy with me this week." And so that's why
Q said he should be happy with me this week.
Yeah.
I wonder why I said that. I would have no idea.
This
what
was
that
last week, or this was
this week? Was the 4th.
The 4th, okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
And he was like, "I knew you're the right man to come through." And so.
And what happened today? Get him.
So he's buttering you up.
So
what did I say today?
What?
What? We resolved this, and I was like, "Go look for the keys. Go place in your order. Go look for the keys. Go do it. Take care of it. Go see if you can get it done." Yeah. And what happened?
Well, it turns out the guy died a year and a half ago, or a year ago, and
the barrel of keys is gone.
But the guy was like, he goes, "Oh yeah, he had a 5-gallon bucket of keys," and he's like, he goes, "We don't have any that'll fit that series anymore." I was like,
What is this? Now I'm curious because I saw it the other day, and now I see him, and evidently they're hard to find. He's like he was on eBay and shit.
They don't make them anymore.
What is a Corbin skeleton
Like
key?
Corbin, it's a Corbin is the people.
It just
make
looks
a
like an
lock.
old-fashioned
It's
key.
like a regular skeleton key, but each series was cut differently here, so it fits into the lock differently. So the Corbin keys have a notch up
What
here.
numbers does he need? Maybe putting it out right now, we can end this quest for.
And that's what
Instead
got
of
me.
eulogizing the
that's what
fuck
got me-
out a year and a half ago.
That's what got me talking to Q is because Q
You're
posted.
stuttering just as much as that girl you fucked Elvis.
I know. I feel like
Are you sure? Are you sure you weren't looking in the mirror, fucking masturbating?
Q posted on Twitter that he was looking for these keys to his Twitter audience. To
Okay.
his
Oh,
Twitter
so
followers.
he's probably now okay.
So people were tagging me in the thing saying, "Oh, get him! You should try to help him look for these keys." And so I said I misstated. It wasn't the intention of how I meant to state it, but I wanted to let Q know that I was still interested in looking for the keys, and I didn't abandon him.
you did
But
set up
not-
Walt as
not
kind of the
so-
fall guy.
You're not. But again, and I'm gonna hold my tongue and not do to you what you did to me. I'm not gonna throw you under the bus.
He has his boss shorts on right now, not his full pants.
But you went and you looked. You didn't succeed.
But I didn't.
But what are the numbers that if anybody out there listening may have that they could send to the stash?
I believe it's Q3 through Q23.
If anybody out there, if they have an extra one floating around,
I got like 6 in my bag. I'll just give them to him.
do you?
No, I don't even know what it was.
But like I said, this is the place I went
Does
to.
he need it to fit a certain lock that he has?
Yeah, but he's not
Okay.
sure which key goes into which lock. Mm-hmm. So
Yeah, I'm not sure what he meant by I should be happy with him this week. I'm always happy with him.
I
I'm never unhappy
Maybe the
with him.
vinyl?
Yeah, I don't know. I've never been unhappy. I can never say, I can't say that about a lot of people. When I think about it now,
Pretty much just me.
I know I can't say it about anybody at the table here.
Right.
That's a fact. But
Well, I'll tell you what. Unlike Gidim, I will take responsibility and look back at the times you were unhappy with me and be like, of course, why wouldn't he be?
Yeah, and he did today too, in his defense.
Mm-hmm.
And but he also told me something that I personally have to adhere to, is that he told me flat out, if you tell me explicitly what you want, I could do anything. Mm-hmm. And maybe I haven't been doing that. So today we had a conversation, and I was like, please don't have me afraid to speak openly in front of you, that you will then go back and tell people what I may have said out of context. So now we've got that out of the way, and you're not going to do that anymore, right?
no.
Okay.
But like I said,
because out of context, me saying that's not important, that makes it sound too cute. I was just like, fuck him and his keys.
Yeah,
He's not
exactly.
important. Who does he fucking think he is?
And I understand where you were coming from, and that it's not important, and that it was he's out on vacation, and
Right,
if he wasn't actually like when he's out there like looking in antique shops, it doesn't matter. It's true if it doesn't get him 2 seconds before it comes out or a day after.
Right.
But
Now that we've went over the thing, I think we went over a lot this morning when I got in, and I'm expecting bigger and better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't like the type of employee that you can just assume won't go and say things out of context to other people, or like a guy where you're like, well, I shouldn't have, like the kind of employee that's like, wow, they did it on their own. Like I didn't even have to say it. Like in regard to anything.
I think everybody would like that.
He needs direction then.
But and I'm not saying he needs direction where I have to okay, you can exhale now. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying that I think I need to be more explicit. And I was like, this is what I'm hoping you'll do. And now that I've told him, I think that we're hopefully on the same wavelength.
Mm-hmm. I do try to do stuff without you prompting me to do it. Like when I come in the morning, if something's sold on eBay the night before, it's usually sitting here,
very good,
packaged
and
up.
I feel like I tell you when I'm happy. Right? And I'm like, oh, good, you did that.
If
good.
it ever
Great,
happened, yes,
thanks.
I would think you would tell me.
Right.
Oh, really?
That's just self-depression. I'm not.
I said, tell me explicitly the jokes you want me to make. Those are the jokes I'll make.
Only the ones at your own expense, get them. But no, again, no, maybe you were off 2 days too, though.
Yeah.
Did you look for any of the keys while you were off for the last 48 hours?
No, because
He was too busy grieving the key guy.
Which I didn't know about till today. I felt bad.
But that's that.
Really?
Yeah.
You felt bad that the key guy died?
The guy
Yeah.
you don't even know?
I met him once when I bought keys off of him.
How many years ago?
Like 3-4 years ago.
How long was this interaction?
I had to go through a bunch of keys, so probably like 10-15 minutes.
Wow.
And you felt bad?
Well, the guy told me his wife died first, and then he died, so it was like, okay, it's...
Did you say, well, what happened to the gallon of keys, the 5-gallon jug of keys? Did you ask what happened to
No,
it?
I didn't. I thought that would be a little too...
Like, I have a friend, Brian, who'll be super interested.
He's on TV.
No, I meant me. Like, since he was telling
Oh, yeah, well, yeah.
This is the most important part
I got
of
to
the
tell
story.
him the story about this 5-gallon bucket of keys. I mean, talk about minds being blown.
Yeah, he in a lot of way is also, like, he likes to give way more information that's needed. A lot of people that I deal with on a daily basis do that.
Yeah, nobody can get to the point.
Yeah, a lot of fat, not a lot of fucking filet
Yeah, no
mignon.
lean meat.
Definitely not on me.
We have a lot of gristle working at this store. Mike just finished a story he started 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, there are no direct routes at the secret stash. There are fucking like the scenic route is always the route most preferred.
Right. It's like Billy and Jeff from Family
Yes.
Circus here. The most circuitous fucking route possible.
Like, it took me 2 or 3 minutes. I had to explain to Mike, my quote-unquote sister came in today, and...
Listen to this. Yes, I'm downstairs in the basement. He goes, I need to get a Harley Quinn plush. I just sold one. And I go, okay. And I don't want any more information, but he feels to my sister. And I'm
First
like,
off, why do you even need to know that that's what he needs to get? Like, why not just go down there and get it and bring it back? It's not even worth mentioning, right?
I wasn't sure where they were. Because they
okay.
came in
and
last
I
Tuesday.
was so then of course I'm like, you have a sister? And he goes, she was here and you didn't introduce us?
Right.
And he goes, well, I introduced her to Mike. He didn't want to introduce me. He did not want to introduce his sister to me.
Why not?
That's obvious,
you seem-
which is okay.
you seem
I'm
bothered.
almost like,
Yeah.
you know what? I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
Thank God I was in the basement. Like the female version of Get 'em telling some long-winded story.
I come up and like, oh, nice to meet you. Do you like Elvis?
Yeah, you're like, oh no. That's
The
amazing.
horrified look, the realization.
Yeah, it just clicks. It's like, no. Oh my God.
Oh shit! but then it turns out though it wouldn't be what you're thinking because, again, the scenic route is it's not really his sister.
Okay.
So explain this to Brian.
Many years ago, I used to go hang out with
See Brian's face. He's just like, oh god.
Zach, we can just fast forward.
You gotta do it.
Quick
You gotta
scrub.
do it day after day.
All day long, this is shit like this. But explain to her why you call this person your sister.
Because a friend of my ex's sister had a friend, and we used to hang out at Freehold Raceway Mall. But she was young, so like her grandmother would come drop her off,
I'm lost already. Okay, so her grandmother would come drop her off.
and she didn't want her like hanging out with like anybody else, like guy wise or anything.
Just you? Oh my God.
No, she wasn't telling her who she was there to hang out with. She would usually say, "I'm going to hang out with my friend Liz." And one day her grandmother stayed at the mall, and she's like, "Look, if we're walking around and my grandmother walks up, you got to tell her that you're my friend Liz's brother." So I was like, "Okay." So we finally run into Liz, and I run up to her and I just grab her and I go, "Sis!" And she was like so freaked out. She's like, "Who's this guy hugging me?" And ever since then,
Wait, so you didn't know Liz?
no, I did not know Liz before this point.
Now this prompts him coming downstairs and without any kind of haha, like I just sold so matter of fact, I just sold that Harley Quinn to my sister.
And Joker.
Mm-hmm.
and Joker to my sister.
Right.
Because he wants the fucking...
He wants you to be like, you
Yes.
have a sister?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's the hell that I've made for myself now.
Yeah, like, because he doesn't have the process of like, hey, there's this girl. This is the experience that I had with her. Let me run through it. All right, why would he give a fuck? Let me just go get the Harley Quinn and not mention who I'm selling it to at all.
And it's so far not like it's not even. When's the last time you saw her?
Last year when she was out here, she her and her husband.
And does she remember the joke that you're her brother?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She loves it.
Yeah. I also married her and her husband.
Oh really? Yeah. Did you know that he's a
ordained minister? Yeah, didn't he baptized someone, right?
He baptized Ming.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, just a heads up, he baptized Ming on the last year's Christmas episode, and we discussed the Christmas episode, this year's Christmas episode.
It's back to all holly jolly action.
Yeah, it's like it's going to be the verbal equivalent of being assaulted with a candy cane, right? Christmas, like you're going to be assaulted with Christmas. There is going to be so much Christmas content.
I was wondering where you were going with that for a second.
You're like, there's going to be so much Christmas content that it's going to be, we're going to be cramped. You're opening your mouth and we're going to shove it down your throat until you vomit. There's just so much Christmas content, right?
Yeah,
you'll have to have your stomach pumped.
Yeah, there will be a lot of ER visits. Yeah, due to overdose of Christmas shit.
Santa, elves. Rudolph.
Christmas games.
I mean,
special Christmas guests.
Oh, big guests. Big guests. A big get. One we've wanted for years.
Mm-hmm.
And sealed, signed, and delivered.
Yep, it's a guarantee.
Well,
it's a lock.
Delivered. Don't open until Xmas, though.
Yeah. It's a lock.
So, I understand that people were unhappy with last year's, and the sales reflected that. But this year we're back, and this is an important Christmas episode because if it does as well or as poorly as last year's, maybe we should just abandon
to take down the stockings and.
Is this the 5th year or 6th year?
This would be the 6th year, I think.
Oh, okay.
I think it may be time to be like, hey man, it was fun while it lasted, but. No more Christmas this
Even
next year.
last year, though, I mean, sales were. I mean, they weren't that bad, but sales
were bad.
Sales were strong enough, though.
The word of mouth was what killed it.
Yeah,
I'm so happy that the ants are able to go online in this day and age and warn other ants of how poorly or how great an episode is.
Yeah, well, but in contrast, the Vinylcast 2 is very well received.
That was, yes.
A few things. Like raise my meter at all in terms of like being happy, but that like seeing the positive response that people liked it as much as they did. That was cool. That
does affect your mood in a good way.
Yeah, in a positive way.
Okay.
That's awesome. I like to hear that.
Yeah, and then the next day came and. It was back to
the next day. I was going to say, or the moment you turned a corner on, and
as soon as I shut the computer down, I was like, "Fuck everything." Here's a sponsor, Walt. Initially, I said no. It was over a year ago. Our ad guy approached us with Loot Crate, and I was like, "Who would want this stuff?" That's why I'm not a rich man.
We really should have our ad guy not asking you about what ads we should do.
Well, this really, strangely enough, this is the only one that I was just like, nah. Aside from like porn stuff, like weird shit that I'm like, this is not stuff that.
I agree with that.
But yeah, Loot Crate is pretty fucking popular, man.
You were right on saying no to the porn ones. I'm gonna have to, if I'm gonna be honest and blunt.
Mm-hmm.
Real bad call.
I was off the mark on Loot Crate.
Yeah, they are super popular, and that shit is so fucking good when it comes. It really is just like, how are they getting such cool shit?
And at such a good price.
Well, it doesn't even matter. It's like the licenses, the items. It's like the hottest tie into something.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to have it.
Like they had the Futurama ship that I wanted. That thing it's amazingly detailed for its size and everything. What was the one that had the Eleanor from Gone in 60 Seconds? And they had a hood ornament for your car. It was either the Flash or the Green Arrow, I believe it was.
Yeah, that's right.
Done like in the style of like the 20s.
They got this insanely cool. Like last month, I got this insanely cool Harley Quinn statue.
Yep.
The Middle Mini statue. I mean,
does anybody buy that on eBay? Because I got one too.
Well, we shouldn't be talking about flipping Loot Crate stuff on eBay while we're trying to push it on it.
I couldn't sell it anyway. Sage immediately opened it. If you want it, Sage loves that shit. The second it comes in, she goes through that box. She's like, "Here, take your 2X shirt, fatty." And then she takes all the rest of the stuff.
But what also you could do, I mean, like if let's say you just want to use Loot Crate as an investment. Mm-hmm. You could invest in a year in Loot Crate, put them to the side, and a couple of years from now, pop them up on eBay. You know they're going to go for 3, sometimes 4 times what you paid for them, depending on what was in that particular box.
Yeah, because the box isn't really that.
Who keeps opening that door?
They keep opening.
A time capsule
they keep opening and peeking in.
Can I take a picture with the Buddy Christ real quick?
Sure, why not? Well, how could you turn this person down?
Hurry up.
Yeah, we're busy doing important stuff here. You ever hear of Loot Crate?
Yes.
Do you love it?
I actually have a shirt on from one right now.
There you go, a Loot Crate shirt.
Wow, somebody's wearing a Loot Crate shirt while we're doing a Loot Crate ad.
Who would have thought, man?
That shows you like that.
How wrong I was.
I mean, again, just another example of how wrong you were.
Yeah.
Where do you go to sign up for Loot Crate?
Okay, you girls listen to this if you want some Loot Crate. lootcrate.com/TESD, and you're going to get 10% off. How sweet is that?
Have a good night.
You too.
I got a little criticism for Loot Crate though. Like last month, they put this Batman Batplane keychain in or something. It was so fucking sharp, like the wings.
Right.
I had to take it off my keychain. It was cutting
you
me.
were actually using it. You actually utilizing the Loot Crate
Some
merch.
of the stuff, yeah. Well, the shirts always. And I do judge people for wearing them in public, though. So, yeah, you go to Loot Crate. It has, October, hard. Taking over 40 years of creepy, campy, bloody icons, putting them in this month's crate. See, that's for me. See, that I'm into. Channel your best final girl with items from The Walking Dead, Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and Halloween. You have until the 19th at 9 p.m. Pacific time to subscribe and get the October one. And it says boo for some reason at the end of the ad. I guess, Halloween. Yeah. Oh, I thought they were like boo, like they're signing off, like, see you later, boo.
Booyah.
Yeah, like booyakasha. No. Yeah, so go to Loot Crate if you want that stuff that I thought initially was dumb, but turns out it's not.
What were we talking about? But before that, we were talking about, your sister.
Yes.
And Christmas. I don't know why we were talking about. Well, how'd that get into
because
you're ordained. You're married. They're she's married by you.
Yes.
Now, how many marriages have you performed?
I believe I'm to 3.
How many of them are still together?
All of them, as far as I know. The one with my sister is a little on the rocks, from what I understand.
Oh, yeah? You found out today?
No, it's just been,
You found out about that hug back in the day.
It's just been rocky.
It's just been rocky.
Yeah.
Huh? Do you, as a minister, are you able to counsel if people are having issues?
I guess if I would,
love that.
I would have to. It would have to have
Bring them both
present.
in and let
Well, no.
counsel them.
Can we do can you ask Twitter? Maybe would you be comfortable counseling couples? So now, since you are in a relationship now, you are never have you been in a better space than to give advice onto people who are having problems.
If I could have both parties present, I wouldn't be.
You couldn't just do it like if someone tweeted you some couple
No, because
questions.
then you only get one side of the story, and it's tough when you only hear one side of the story. You got to hear both sides of the story,
both sides.
and then find where the truth is in between.
And let's say they were having issues. Let's say they were just like she or he. I don't want to be sexist.
Like every rose has its thorn.
And they were like, I want to do certain things that my partner won't do behind closed doors. It's causing a lot of problems. How would you counsel them?
First, I would suggest some Elvis.
No, say one of the partners is like, I've heard of this this activity, stooling.
Now, let's say it's more normal. Let's say it's more. Well, not that that's nothing is more abnormal than that. Let's say it's more. I don't know. Let's just say it's like
tie him or her up. They want to with scarves.
I guess that is now has become accepted as a.
Thanks to 50 Shades of Grey.
They're like, and I'm not into that, and it's causing me to think I may need to.
Well, you got to find out the base reason why they don't want to be restrained. I mean, it's actually. Being restrained is very powerful. You're the one in power, especially if you're, you go with the whole...
Can you shake the table in your mic more? You're not doing it enough.
Well, I think that's because he's getting hot and bothered.
Yeah, I know. He's thinking about restraining people.
Have you ever had to counsel anybody as a minister?
No, not in a ministerial sense.
Why have you abandoned a lot of your minister duties?
Just because it...
What did you say, all?
Well, you did perform that what was it called? What did we do to Ming again?
Baptism.
The baptism.
Yeah.
He did do the baptism less than a year ago. So,
have you followed up and making sure that Ming is still on the path?
He's on a path. It's just not nowhere towards his home. It's,
I would love that, man. Because when you go, in traditionally Catholicism, if you go to a priest, you're like, hey, we're having problems, and it's like. Divorce isn't an option. You're not supposed to get divorced. I mean, obviously, people do. But, as opposed to a priest, I would love to see a couple get them, and not even necessarily the ones you married, but just a couple that's going through some problems. Be like, get them, here's what's going on, and just an hour therapy session. Couples therapy to see,
I don't think it would be as batshit crazy as you think it may be.
No.
I think he actually, just by his thought process there, it may actually be sound advice.
You think?
Yeah, I do think that he would, like you said, immediately he was like, I need to hear both sides. Mm-hmm. That says a lot about a person already.
Fucking come on.
Come on, bro.
Who the fuck
You're a minister,
that?
too. You're a minister, too. And you're not leaning towards a preconceived... feelings right off the bat?
Of course I'm like, it's her fault. Bro.
That's what I'm saying. So he immediately was like, I want to hear both sides. Yeah. He immediately saw the significance of being bound.
Right.
So I don't think he'd be that, like I said, batshit crazy a person to counsel somebody on.
Well, then it becomes an issue of trust, right? I would be like, so what? You don't trust him or her, depending on who wants to do the binding?
Well, there could be other things like past injuries, not injuries, I'm thinking of past instances that, maybe they were restrained as a child and it's just, it causes flashbacks, it triggers them, right? Now, you hate the word triggers, but that's a legitimate trigger I would find.
All right.
So
let's say it's not being bound. Let's find one that's more like pedestrian.
Pedestrian. Let's say I want to watch Monday Night Football. I get not me, but let's say the person comes. I can watch Monday Night Football.
Your wife's already in bed by that time.
But let's say a guy comes. He's like, I just want to watch football, and I get a lot of heat.
I get static. What does she want him to do instead of watching football?
She wants him to, I don't know, go play bridge.
She wants to go do some sort of couples activity on Monday.
Yeah.
Bridge? What fucking decade are we in?
I was watching Mama's Family last night.
Yeah. Well, let's say, I want to go visit my friend and her and her husband, and we'll do whatever. And the friend, the husband who wants to watch football is not really friends with the other one. It's just by proxy that they would even be in the same room.
Mm.
So now you got to hang out with somebody you hardly know.
Is there a solution?
You would find out why it was important that they have to meet on just this Monday night during this certain time frame of the week. I mean, is she doing it to exert some kind of power, or she's feeling she doesn't have control in the relationship?
She's going to tie you up while you're there too.
But no, this is how it's like almost a passive aggressive thing of, I know you enjoy this, so I'm going to set up a date at this point in time.
No,
so
Monday's the only day they can do it.
Okay, well, is there anything? Why can't he? Is there a problem with him DVRing it and watching it later?
Who wants to do that, right? You do that only under
I DVR a lot of sporting events, but I guess he's like,
So
well,
he
I
has
got
to give in. He's
I
like,
got
he's like, I work all day. He's like, I just want to come home, kick back. It's 9:00 at night.
Is this
and now
a constant problem or just a one-off? A one-off, it's understandable. Now, if she's every Monday night planning activities.
Well, let's say this was the tipping point. It's always maybe not just football, but it's like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do all this crap with your friends. Like you do stuff with your friends. I don't want to be involved. Leave me alone. I don't want to go to all these baptisms and kids' parties and bullshit.
Every relationship is give and take. It can't all be on one side because then it's like a seesaw. It's not fun when it's just all on one side. You have to give and you have to take.
Now, that mindset, are you bringing that to the table in your new relationship?
Yeah, he gives her money, she takes it.
Are you that like thoughtful and so in tune? Because it sounds like you are a fucking catch. If that's really what if you're living by what you're preaching right now, Deacon, your lady has got to be like, I gotta fucking tie this guy down. I gotta get a ring,
despite if it triggers him or not.
Well, get another ring, I would have to say.
Yeah, you are kind of like a bigamist, right?
Well, I mean, I think that one, yeah, that's also, yeah. I mean, I'm sure a lot of listeners were like,
yeah, it's
about a half hour ago when we announced that you're married, but you are married for the sake of the show. It's a sham wedding. We could, let's call it like what it is. It's not a real marriage.
Well, Gidammer told me that she came in this weekend and bought some stuff. And
no, she didn't buy anything. She came up to pick
she
her
came
albums.
in to get her free stuff. Yeah, that's right.
I don't think, did she buy anything in, or did she just take the album?
Not that I know of, no.
Boy,
fucking termite.
No, she deserves all that's coming to her.
Yeah,
and
a lifetime supply of Tell 'em Steve Dave merch.
Mm-hmm.
Without any kind of, if any jokes I make are just that jokes. I am so happy that her and the other contestant were able to allow us to play that and make 300 so special. I am more than willing, and I am so happy to give Ashley.
Yes, Ashley.
What she was promised. That's not a joke. She deserves that, and I can't thank her enough, and the other contestant as well. And she deserves it, and she earned them.
She did. My point being, though, that they took a picture together.
Yeah,
they're hugging as like you would hug someone who has Ebola. It's the body language is unbelievable.
Well, I mean, she's a woman. She picks up on the fact.
She's like,
that,
I heard you're cheating.
Yeah, she could understand that he's involved with somebody else, and that it's unfortunate that it's not unfortunate. That's the strong choice of words, but it's just not going to work out. You met someone. You got married for the sake of, not for the sake, but you did it in the name of fun and for Tell 'em Steve Dave, and which is fine. I'm sure she did too. But doesn't change the fact that you're still legally married, and you're gonna have to fucking figure out some way. You're gonna have to address this going forward. That you need to get that taken care of.
Can he be arrested for this?
No.
If we take Sal out, that'll solve every problem.
Take him out?
Yeah.
What do you mean, kill him?
Kill him?
I don't know. No witnesses.
No, you just go in and get it. You just start the paperwork to get an annulment or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now that doesn't change Ashley's winnings, right? Even if they.
Well, you're the rule maker.
I know. I'm not trying to find a loophole here, but I mean, if I was a dickhead.
Right. You would arbitrarily change the rules in the middle of the...
No. If I was a dickhead and you guys did get an annulment and it didn't happen, would I be withholden to keep my end of the bargain? I mean, I still am, because that's the kind of person I am.
Wow.
But
amazing.
I know.
Salt of the earth.
Humanitarian.
But could I have any kind of footing to say, well...
I think legally, if it went to court, which would be fucking amazing.
Judge Judy.
Yeah. They would have to examine the speech, like on the podcast, where like were there any caveats where it's like, well, if you get divorced or if it's annulled or whatever,
you still, And you know what? We don't have to worry about that. We don't have to bring those fucking lawyers, the scum of the earth, into this.
I would love to hear a court reporter just do a dry reading of that.
Ashley,
a transcript.
I know you're probably nervous right now that you know that I'm trying to back out, or tell him Steve Davis trying to back out, but don't worry. You know what the next item coming down the pike for you, Ashley? The next free item will probably be the Christmas episode. And maybe I don't think
there might be something.
Maybe another piece of merch before the Christmas is out. But if it doesn't matter when it comes out, Ashley.
Yeah,
doesn't
it's
matter.
yours.
It's yours.
Yeah, you can count on it. Just
I like the fact that you
by the mail.
I do like the fact that you came down in person and saved me the shipping on that. I will.
From packing it.
I will admit that I was very impressed by that. So thank you.
Something I wanted to talk about last week, Walt, and we didn't get to. And Gidim, I'm glad you're here because you play into this. Is this latest the clowns?
Send in the clowns
pranking people. Which I don't know if it's more of urban myth, if it's as big of a problem.
It's nationwide now, right?
That's what they say. They're saying like some girl got a text from someone saying that they were a clown and they were going to get her or whatever. People dressing up as clowns walking down the street, which I don't think is illegal, right?
No. It depends. If you gather, some places, if you gather more than 2 people and you're in mass, that's illegal.
Mm-hmm. Some of the real clowns are paying the price.
I imagine.
I mean, can you imagine, like, you have the, you already have the stigma of being a clown, which people are freaked out already for the most part.
Well, also the stigma of, like, you got to go into social settings and be like, oh, what do you do for a living? I'm a clown.
Not a clown?
Now there comes with even more stigma attached.
Now you're telling people you're a comic book store owner.
Now they think not only do they think that you're a loser for that's your job, being a clown, but now they think that you're also a creep.
Well, they probably already had that John Wayne Gacy association.
Oh, so they probably already the creep connotation was
already
always there.
Yeah, I think it's
there are a lot of people. I don't know if it's
was that harsh to say that they're a loser? Because I don't want any. Do you think that anybody who listens to the show is a clown?
No, I mean maybe.
I'm no winner.
1%.
I work in a comic book store, and I've always been ashamed to tell people in a social setting I work in a fucking comic book store. So me and any clowns, we could fit in that little clown car together. I definitely fit in the back seat. Fucking with my face stuck up against a clown's ass.
You're trying to win back.
Cats?
You're trying to win back the clown contingent now by pandering to them. I'm worse than you.
I am. At least you get to dress up and make kids laugh.
Right. Or cry. Yeah, I'll tell you what, like when I dressed up...
On the ladder,
mm-hmm.
I'm definitely below a clown.
I don't think most people would agree with that.
Yeah.
Only because I work at Kevin Smith's store.
You work at one of the most famous store, if not the most famous comic book store on earth, and you're on TV. I think a lot of clowns are like, I wish I was him.
But let's be honest.
Even Bella's saying that. He knows Q better than I
do. But let's be honest. You know that if I was working at Comics Plus, God rest their soul,
right,
I would be worse. I would be looked upon as in a worse position than a clown. And clowns do some fucking great shit.
How many people walk into a store and like they're measuring the person's level of success or likability next to a clown? Well, they're like, you know, on the scale of like total asshole to clown, which you're now like fucking deifying for whatever reason.
Because I spoke out of turn. Because I forgot to weigh in that like clowns will fucking distract 2-ton beasts so they don't fucking engorge rodeo riders. Mm-hmm. Right? Clowns go to fucking hospitals where sick kids are and make them laugh. What have I fucking ever done for a sick kid.
Right. You've never done like a Patch Adams, put on a clown nose, go over it. And
Like, who am
you're
I?
within 2 blocks, too.
We have a clown house behind the counter.
Right, and I've never, and look at that, and what a piece of shit that I am that I would fucking disparage a clown, and I've never put that clown nose on and walked around the block to the hospital and tried to make a kid laugh.
You've never walked a mile in those clown shoes.
Okay, on the off chance that you're allowed into the kids' ward, just dressed in street clothes, but just with a clown nose on.
No, but I definitely was out of line with that clown comment.
Do a lot of clowns go to hospitals?
Well, you know what I mean. No, clowns do a lot of charity work.
I can't believe you leave that wire in your face the entire time. It's so weird that it doesn't, like, it's right in your.
No,
like,
I don't even see it.
Walt wears a headset. He doesn't talk into
Can't see
the
it.
mic. Yeah. And the wire for the headset is literally running down like the right side of your face, touching the side of your nose.
Yeah, like the bridge of his
and
nose.
almost like the side of your mouth. Yeah. It's so weird. It just doesn't bother you, huh?
No.
I swear I read a study that most kids do not like clowns, and that's why they go more towards the superheroes visiting hospitals.
Wait, are you saying superheroes are more popular than clowns in today's society? Are you sure you're willing to go out on that
No,
limb?
I'm saying in children's
Come on,
hospitals.
man.
In children's hospitals.
Let's
Anywhere.
I'm trying to win back the clown.
Okay, sorry.
The clown listener base. I don't know if there are any, but if there are, I do want to apologize for that. That I said that they're losers because I'm the loser here.
It's a little. I don't
Anybody
think
who
you need
works
to
at a
go
comic
that
book
far.
store is a loser.
Thank you. And since he's my boss, I'm technically even lower than he is.
Yeah.
Grant, come on, man, be real.
So what's going on? At least I'm not a clown, but at
Be
least I'm
real
not
for a
getting-
minute. Kevin Smith's not attached to this store,
Well, we're not sitting here having this conversation.
right? But like, or we? Let's say I opened up a comic book store. It's seen through a much different lens.
Oh, sure, absolutely. But this is the reality.
It is
of
what it is.
Yeah. I mean, why? I don't get the rodeo clown idolatry. I mean, these are not the type of clowns that are like, hey, let me make people laugh, right? They're like,
they'll just in between people.
Yeah.
They perform.
They do
like their
tricks and
clown
stuff?
shit. Yeah.
oh yeah.
They do like the bull poker where they play poker while the bull's running around and they got to stay at the table long.
But it always has to have something to do with the bull.
No.
I don't say.
When there's downtime and there's not a fucking beast running around trying to be broke.
They're molesting a child in a fucking darkened corner.
Oh no! Oh come on!
Come on, bro. All that work you just undid.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You don't know if there's any clowns who listen to Tom Steve Dave.
No, I'm sure they're on the up and up too.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Yeah. Okay, so
I want to distance myself from that.
clowns. All right, yeah, that. I'll take responsibility for that fucking joke. That's on
He's
me.
an anti-clown type.
Yeah.
And they're dealing with a lot now because like you say, the story you're about to read, like they're public enemy number one now.
Yeah.
It's clowns, then ISIS now.
Right. Yeah. If ISIS, the only way ISIS could regain their number one position is if they dressed as clowns. And then blew themselves up in crowded places.
Or beheaded somebody.
Yeah. Yeah, if they dressed as clowns and then beheaded journalists. They're like, oh,
Or try to with a fucking with a balloon sword.
yeah, balloons. Yeah, instead of a fucking suicide vest, they have like a seltzer vest.
Confetti everywhere.
So the clown thing, I guess some people are like getting in on it just to like, it
It's one
becomes
of those fads.
it's a fad. Like in a couple weeks, no one's dressing as a clown, but it would appear that vigilantes are fighting back.
Oh, wow.
This is a story from thesun.co.uk.
Oh, so it's even reached over the pond?
Oh, it's worldwide, dude.
The clown phenomena?
Killer clowns are being warned to be on their guard.
Whoa, they're not killer clowns. They're clowns.
I guess I think they're dressing as
Okay,
killer
they're
clowns.
dressed as they're
Like the killer clowns
dressed
from outer
as,
space?
Right.
they're dressed as killer
Okay.
clowns.
Police forces in the UK. Now, UK people, you can tell me if the Sun is a reliable source. I don't know if it is or not.
I think it's better than the Daily Mail.
The UK, the USA, and Australia have been deluged with reports of attacks on clowns as the public has finally said, enough is enough. There's vigilante groups who want to stamp out the craze. Now, the number of fucking criminals out there perpetrating crimes
Real criminals
that are way worse than dressing as a clown to scare a kid. But no, they're not going to do anything to them.
Yeah.
Like, let's see the vigilantes go down into
and
like,
in the UK, they're pretty thorough in their fucking curb stomping shit. They will fuck you up.
yeah.
They fuck you up for rooting for the wrong soccer team.
Yeah.
Imagine they're all liquored up and looking for clowns.
If you cheer for the wrong soccer team, you're guaranteed to be disfigured. So you're dressed as a clown. What chance do you have? But yeah, like I want to see some of these vigilante groups be like, "Hey, man, the Latin Kings are selling drugs on my corner. Let me go get them." They've told how the groups want to stamp out the craze. They want to hunt down clowns and keep the streets safe, as a number of people have reported being terrified by clowns holding weapons in public.
Fake weapons, right?
I guess this is the moment a man films himself battering a baseball bat wielding clown. Okay, so here's a video. This is in Australia.
Wow, it's on all the continents, huh?
Oh, come on, goddamn stupid ad. All right, you're going to have to sit through an ad of some fucking battery type thing. All right.
How many continents are there? Get them.
7.
All right, so they're driving down the street, these Aussies. Wait a second, does that say... Oh, no, that's just a time code. So they see a guy dressed as a clown, and he has a bat, and some fucking dude who does not look small
No.
demands that he
There's
put
no
the bat
sleeves on that
down.
shirt.
Demands that he put the bat down, and then fucking...
Starts to beat the shit out of them.
Yeah, he's now kicking the living shit out of him and running back to the car. The clown doesn't look like it was not... The clown didn't look like he had a good time. It also looked like a plastic baseball bat. No, actually, in this picture, it looks... No, it looks like a real bat. A gun-toting motorist threatened to shoot a clown while screaming, "Leave the kids alone." This was in Chicago, Walt. And I mean, this guy filmed himself. He filmed himself drawing down on a fucking guy dressed as a gun. I mean, I'm sorry. What the fuck wrong with you, nigga? Like, the clown just starts fucking running.
It reminds me of that scene in
That's from World Star.
in Boogie Nights when they pulled Mark Wahlberg out of the car because they thought he was a prostitute. Just
Now, why did
beat
you?
him.
Why,
He was, though. He
now,
was,
why
like,
did
jerking
you
off for
say
money.
Gidim plays into this story?
Because Gidim tweets on Twitter, he puts that he's upset that when he goes to Spirit of Halloween, that store, that
Oh
pops
yeah,
up.
they're everywhere. They're all over the country. They're like the Halloween headquarters.
Yeah, like
for America.
that's the place. That he was asked to show an ID when he bought a mask. Now, one, of course, my question is like, all right, well, at the time, I think it was late September, early October. Like, why are you buying a mask?
I think it was like last week.
And okay, so say it was a week ago.
Early October.
So early October. Why were you buying a mask?
Because he's caught up in the clown thing.
It was a clown mask.
Yes.
Oh God.
Because he
And he didn't specify that on Twitter though. He just said a mask.
I didn't even know. Oh, I'm just guessing that it was a clown mask. Because you're caught up in this clown thing. He is your mother. Like, in terms of, like, getting caught up in internet kind of, like, crazes.
Yeah.
Right, like the.
He gets whipped into, like, excitement.
This is his Farmville.
On anything that has captured the internet's fancy, he wants to be involved in it, too.
I wanted Walt and Mike to do a Gangnam Style video. That's...
Wait, you wanted those guys to like dance and shit? What?
It's just joking.
Oh, okay. I mean,
But he's
say
aware
something
of
a little
it,
more
though.
current. That's something that happened fucking over 5 years ago.
Harlem Shake.
There was some fucking stupid... There was some stupid Halloween decoration that got banned from Home Depot. He immediately went out looking for it and found one.
Found it.
What was it? What was the decoration?
It's called the Scary Creeper. You want to go? You want me to grab it?
Sure.
Yeah.
Go get the scary creeper while we're. So
And he saw that on eBay that I guess one or two sold for double of what they were asking for because Home Depot said
which
they were
was
going,
like probably $4.99.
no, actually probably like $50. And he was like, he had to go get it. He could not help himself. He was like, I have to go get one because the internet's talking about
It's
it.
like, fuck use keys. I gotta go get a scary creeper.
And he was like, they're going for big bucks on eBay. And he goes, I'm going to put mine up in eBay, and it's still sitting here. Hopefully that was the only one you bought. You didn't go in and
scary peeper.
Invest all your.
But it's the creeper model.
The
side.
creeper model.
It was banned in Canada.
Peeping window prop. Attached to any window with included suction cup. Okay, so it would be like they're peering out of the window, though, right?
It's meant to be put outside and then it's peeping in.
Oh, okay. But wait a second. Okay, so I'm looking at the picture on the back, and I'll tweet a picture. I'll gram a picture of this. If it's the person is looking into your house, and that's the decoration, then why would this be offensive?
Because some mother teacher in Canada said that since peeping is a crime in Canada, this makes light of it, and it should not be made light of. So she went straight to the news.
Did she use the word light twice in the same sentence?
I'm not sure. She went straight to the news, and the news went to Home Depot, and Home Depot was just like, okay, we're going to take them out of the store. So they pulled them out they banned them in Canada stores.
So one person.
Yeah. And then they've since they're taking them out of U.S. stores.
Why? I don't get it. Like, why? Why?
He just told you why.
No, but I mean, if nobody in America is complaining, like one person.
Because it got traction in Canada, so it picked it up in America.
Because it's not one person. Because people were talking about it on the internet.
Mm-hmm. And they were also offended by it.
Well, I don't know if they're offended by it, but it gets traction. It catches fire, and it becomes
like a trigger. It's a trigger.
It trends, and it sure triggered somebody. Yeah, triggered you to go out looking for it.
Okay, so right now I'll look up on eBay the scary.
Oh, I'm sure there's plenty of them up there now.
But why did you want the clown mask? Like, what was your plan?
Halloween's coming up, and I figure, I usually wait until the last minute to go do my Halloween shopping, and there's like nothing left at the store.
He is so full of shit.
Yeah. Oh, so you're like, this year I'll go as like what's really the most popular thing right now.
The trending thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the Harley Quinn of fucking
plus,
weirdos.
He also wants to be able to be outraged and be like, I can't believe that if I buy a mask of Yogi Bear, I don't have to show an ID.
Oh no, you do. They're recording down
any mask.
They're recording down what mask.
So what if a child wants a mask and they don't have ID?
I'm not sure. I was told
they're like, how'd you get here? They're always in like strip malls and shit.
I was told that someone had to give ID for face paint that they bought.
That does seem to be a little overstepping, right? Where it's just like what? So they're going to sell X amount of the same exact mask, and I guess they're going to say, okay, well, this person was standing on the side of the highway trying to scare people with a mask, so let's look down this list of suspects. I don't know. What do you think?
I think it's overreaction, of course, but it almost makes you feel like you're covering your ass if you're spirit, even though you're probably it's a meaningless and pointless task to do. But I guess it kind of is an illusion of covering your ass.
Is it? Yeah. I mean, is it legal to ask for the ID? I guess.
There's no law that says you need an ID to buy a mask, I would think, but I mean, there's only a few items I think that you need ID to buy, right?
Like liquor, cigarettes, guns, spray paint.
Yeah. Every time I go to Home Depot, buy a can of spray paint. You got to give them a photo ID that shows you're over 18.
Mm-hmm. Box cutters.
So there is maybe stores at their own discretion. They don't have to sell it,
right?
To you. They make their own rules. Again, it's something that is so meaningless to me. I could give two fucking craps less if somebody has to show an ID to get a mask.
Yeah, be like whatever. Because I know Because I know I'm not going to stand by the side of the highway trying to scare people. So
I'm not outraged by it. I don't care.
Because Be honest. Why? It wasn't because you're like, oh, I want to get my Halloween shopping done early. Be honest. Why the fuck did you buy a clown mask?
He wants to insert himself into this fucking nonsense.
But where? Where is he doing it?
He'll just go do it and then come and tell us about it.
I scared my sister.
Oh, you have a sister?
Oh, fuck.
Yes.
I talk about the most fucking ungodly can of worms that this guy fucking puts in front of me daily.
Right. If it's not the sister,
It's like a 12-pack.
Well, there you go. Get him. Scary Peeper Creeper going for $42 on eBay. Now's the time to sell.
He is selling it.
Oh, yours is up there?
Yeah. I think the shipping's a little high, but I think that's what's bringing it down is the shipping's a little high.
Why is your shipping high?
Because that's the...
Shipping rates are very high.
Yeah.
What are you selling it for? What do you hope to get?
What am I selling it for? It was 54 plus 14 shipping.
My God.
You're going to die with that. Hopefully you saved the receipt. You can return it after Halloween.
Yeah, really.
I learned from Walt.
How much did you pay for it?
$32.03 after taxes.
So $30 for that, huh?
Yeah.
That's an expensive
Decoration. Well,
yeah.
it's quality. It's definitely...
It does look pretty good, I gotta say. And it definitely looks creepy.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, technically, isn't like suicide against the law? Really?
Well, isn't
yeah, but how?
murder against the law? And people dress up as murderers, like fucking Freddy and Jason, and all the paraphernalia that is sold with it, like fake machetes and fake.
But I will say the amount of people who've done the hanging body in their yards has gone down because they get accused.
People keep hanging themselves.
Yeah.
For real, it's like, wow, that looks real. 3 days later, it's like, wow, that's really real. Scary Peeper. That was your high school nickname, wasn't it, Get him?
That was his name. He was dubbed that on the front of the Echo Park Press.
Featured offender.
Yeah, that's his new pet name with his girl.
How long have we been going?
Hour and 15 minutes. Surely we need to talk about some sponsor that's bringing Tell 'em Steve Dave to you today. With all this clown talk and other shit.
Why don't you do that new sponsor, that hot new one?
The hot new sponsor?
That everyone's talking about.
Oh, my God. I'm afraid that Get 'em is going to sign up as we...
It's trending, Get 'em.
Oh.
So you know you're on board.
I might be, yes.
Yeah, this is some hot shit right here, Get 'em. Hotter than the peeper thing.
Oh.
This is called, hold on a second, let me find this copy. Screen Junkies.
Oh.
Screen Junkies Plus. A streaming service from creators of the hit YouTube series Honest Trailers.
Oh, I am familiar with them.
Yeah, you've watched this?
Yeah. They break down the trailers and, they want to, they try to make them more honest, because they lie about the movie sometimes.
Right, and people are too dumb to do that on their own, so they need these guys to do it. All right, well, good for them. 25 plus exclusive shows and more added monthly. Well, you can be a Screen Junkies member, but if you're a Plus member, you're going to see certain perks that those other people won't.
Ooh.
Like live shows you can watch anywhere, and live call-ins.
Oh.
That's it. That appears
That's
to be
enough.
Yeah. What more do you want?
Yeah.
Go to screenjunkies.com/TESD, and you're going to get a 1 month free trial, and you can cancel anytime. And I guess Kevin and Muse did it.
Oh, they're on the network? Is this would you call this a network?
I don't know. I guess so. It's a streaming service from the creators of the...
It's all content, original content.
I guess so, yeah. Check out What's in the Box with Kev and Jay as they unbox shit. Now, Get 'em, we were talking about this earlier. You're a big fan of the unboxing.
Oh, yeah.
I completely don't understand watching people take shit out of boxes.
Well, he told you the reason why.
Oh,
because if it's new and you haven't seen someone handle it before, what better way to experience that through a video?
Right.
Plus, if it's someone like Kevin J and they're unboxing these toys, it's nice to hear their experiences with the toys and their memories. So you get a lot of input from them.
Their memories of
these
The
classic
toys that
toys.
they opened seconds earlier? Or
yeah.
what they represent from
I mean,
childhood?
It calls back stories.
You don't get it.
I
don't get it, but you cannot deny.
I'm old.
You cannot deny you're old, as well as you cannot deny the popularity of box openings.
You know what? It used to make me mad. All this shit that I'm
you don't
why
understand.
the fuck do people like it? Like, I can't wrap my head around why people like certain things. That's not me anymore. I've got no passion. I've got no fire. As far as negative shit is concerned, I'm just like, I don't know. Like, what do you want from me?
Yeah, you can't move your dial, and that's where you need it to be, almost like you were completely and utterly sedated beyond, where
Even more when I was like a regular junkie and not a screen junkie.
Yeah. Where you got to go to sign up?
Screenjunkies.com/TESD.
You got anything else? I dusted off something that I have been holding on to for a while.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I don't know if it's we haven't played it in a long time. Remember a segment called Rant or Ruse?
Rant or ruse?
Rants or Ruse. I don't know, how do you say Ruse?
Ruse. Yeah, like ruse, like tricking someone?
Yeah. And I would tell you these, I would show you 3 commercials that I went on a rant about while at home.
I do remember this. Yeah.
I have. There's been shit on the tube that's moved my dial.
Really?
I didn't think my dial was capable of being moved.
You thought you were sedated like me.
I thought I was. I was wrong. Wow. You want to see these 3 potential rants?
I want to see. So not all 3 of them got you mad.
Only 3. One of them did.
Okay.
And you guys got to figure out which one pissed me off, where I was frothing. I literally was.
Like your kids, like one of your kids dialed 911.
I was inconsolable. I was so angry.
Right.
I was like, I thought possibly that I was having a stroke, because I was like, I can't possibly really be this mad about this. My brain must have be broken.
Right. This shouldn't get me upset.
Yeah. Ready?
Okay.
Here's the first one.
Okay. The first one is, hold on. Let me tell what people it is. It's Golfsmith,
a TV spot, anything for golf. Practice time, I guess, is the name of the commercial.
Okay.
It's real quick. I'll just play it audio wise, and then you can describe what you saw afterwards. Okay. And then I'll rant.
Okay. If this is, did you just tell us this is one you're ranting about?
Well, yeah, all of them I ranted about.
You ranted about all 3. Oh, I thought.
And you had to figure out which one I really was pissed off about.
One that got him the frothiest.
Oh, okay.
No. 2 of them didn't even happen. I didn't even give a shit about.
Okay, yeah, that's what I I
Come on, Mom.
There's a chance one of these 3 got him.
Yeah. Don't you remember this game?
Yeah, so clearly. The Kim Kardashian, the Kim Kardashian robbery. She's suing people who said that it was staged. What's your feeling? Do you think she staged it?
What kind of robbery?
Oh, you didn't hear about this?
No.
Yeah.
Kim Kardashian said she was robbed in a Paris hotel.
It's like one of those you rent the whole hotel, like duplex type deals.
And
they had a party. Everyone left, and then
where?
Paris.
Okay.
3 people or 4 people dressed as policemen came in. The bodyguard was away with some other duty, and they stormed in and held Kim Kardashian at, I believe, gunpoint.
Gunpoint. I think they tied her up. They said, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't know if it triggered her or not.
Yeah. And so a lot of people seemed it was a scam, like it was.
And it was like
$10
million worth of jewelry was stolen.
Yeah. She has $10 million worth of jewelry.
Evidently.
She's at a fashion show, so they.
A lot of times, they lend them.
They loan you the jewelry.
Well, right off the bat, I'm curious. Do you think it's a
inside job?
No. Do you think it's a publicity stunt, or do you think it's real?
I don't think it's a publicity stunt because
it's real.
I think it's
real crime.
Yeah.
You get 'em?
I would say real because that value and involving the real police.
And then when
if you reveal, I was joking. The people would feel betrayed for caring so
more
much
so than her own wedding.
Yeah,
right. That fake wedding.
I was so outraged. Who would have ever fucking pull a fake wedding off?
I know. Do you think Kim Kardashian got some free merchandise for from some sponsor for life.
All right. Well, anyway, okay. So
6 degrees of Get 'em Kardashian.
so she's now threatening to sue.
She's now suing people who are like
people,
she
just
staged
random
it.
citizens or news organizations.
It seemed
Like Twitter people? Like,
it seemed to me like
Well,
it
if
was.
she's threatening to sue, then
I gotta get on
I
that.
feel that she's definitely in the right because I don't want to be sued by Kim Kardashian.
I gotta get in on this.
Yeah,
I don't have any money to hire a lawyer to.
Right. I mean, you think of that family. I mean, her father got a murderer off, so they must know some good lawyers, right?
But I mean, I would think that she's not suing like Joe Schmo.
She's suing gossip sites.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
She sues online media outlet for libel.
Do I think she should? Yeah, because you know what that is? That's like diminishing victims.
Right.
You know,
As deplorable as she is, as unlikable as she is, they're saying she faked the robbery and lied about the assault. And if it's for publicity, or it's like she doesn't need to do something so involved for publicity.
I would not put it past her to
watch it.
with the
You
real
have- you- you're-
with the
Do you
real
want to get
events.
sued along with
Your
MediaTakeout.com?
your fucking uncle that didn't get you off the guy who got your father off a murder charge, but couldn't get you off a traffic ticket.
Yeah.
You really want to go back to him with or being sued by Kim Kardashian?
I'm just saying, given her past history, I wouldn't put it past her embellishing a true event.
Oh, they're saying she filed the fraudulent claim with her insurance company to cheat her carrier out of millions of dollars. I mean, I think she's, she would be up for a lot of different things, but like insurance fraud to the tune of $10 million sounds so involved that, and she would be like, we can't pull this off. There's just no way.
Yeah,
It's like an
gotta be
Ocean's
real.
11 type deal.
Yeah. The website ignored her demand that it publish a retraction and an apology for calling her a liar and a criminal. Here you go. She was assaulted and robbed by 2 masked men who put a gun to her head, duct taped her hands, legs, and mouth, and left her lying helplessly on the bathroom floor while they left with the jewelry. Then Kanye West abruptly ended his New York concert, saying a family emergency, and flew to her side, where he was promptly arrested because they assumed that the black guy was a criminal. I mean, I guess why not sue?
You're not going to be able to win, though.
Yeah.
The libel laws are so hard to.
It depends.
In
Libel
America.
laws in the UK are different.
was in Paris,
she was in
right?
Paris, yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter if they publish it from England.
Yeah,
the
but I'm
libel
sure she's
laws-
going after the ones in America.
It was a federal lawsuit in New York against MediaTakeout.com and
Okay.
its founder, Fred. I mean, we should send a free vinyl cast to anyone who can pronounce this guy's last name. Mwanga Huhunga. MWANGAGUHUNGA. Saying they libeled her. Far be it for me to say anything good or positive about Kim Kardashian, but yeah, it sounds like she's being defamed here. I mean, it has to be traumatizing to her. It'd be fucked up if they shot her, right? Shot and killed her. Like that would be the story. People would be like Trump and Hillary Clinton, who like that. That's
Like when Selena got killed. Even
I think bigger than
That
Selena.
bigger,
Yeah.
when Biggie got killed.
All right. So. Oh, and there's I forgot. There's also this. There's I guess they made a Halloween costume of her getting like her. That's how fast it happened. It was withdrawn. It's Kim Kardashian wig with a gag. Her hands are tied, and I guess she's in a bathroom. I mean, something you could easily put together by yourself. It doesn't. You wouldn't need to buy this.
That was pulled. What?
Can I get that on the
Asinine company.
$70.
Oh, yeah, that's about right.
Costumish. Or costumish. Who the fuck would pay $70? A black wig, black sunglasses, a fake gag, and a length of rope.
Like I do.
Oh, so that doesn't even come with the fucking, the bathrobe?
All I got to do
It's
is
just
sell
not
a
funny
hunch
though.
of
Like
them.
I just don't.
Well,
I mean,
you know what? Though, that definitely makes a certain segment of the population laugh, and this is how they sound.
Well, it's either the Kim Kardashian mask or the clown mask, you know?
yeah. Maxwell came out publicly. He broke his silence about it and said that anyone who thinks it's funny is a jerk. So we got his statement on it. I'm not sure if
Anyone who thinks that's funny is a jerk and probably also comments on Reddit.
I'm not sure if it'll be used in court. Kim Kardashian may be subpoenaing, giving Maxwell a subpoena.
Oh, he'll give an amicus briefs.
Let's let's play this game.
Do we got time?
Yeah,
I
we
don't
got
know. I
lots
got
of
into
time.
it if we don't have to.
No, we got time. I don't want to leave. Please, can we play?
I mean, these aren't long commercials; they're very short. But maybe you've seen one of these. I haven't. I've only seen this one on sporting events, though.
I got to tell you, I hardly ever watch network television. All right, okay, so they're golfing. Bunch of guys. They look like they're
Looks like
just
it's a guy
at a
golfing.
driving range.
Yeah.
Oh, now there's
Oh.
a baby in like a baby Bjorn type thing, sort of hanging out. Anything for golf, it says.
Okay.
So they're saying they have anything that's
And Golfsmith is a store that peddles in golf all your golf needs. I guess it's like
So are they selling baby carriers specifically so you can...
no. It's about like how your passion for golf.
Okay.
Even if you got the baby for the day,
you
regardless,
love golf
Okay.
so much.
regardless, you need to get on that driving range and practice your swing.
Okay.
See, I took it as like sort of like tongue in cheek, like anything for golf. Like we sell anything for golf, including like a baby holder in case you
Okay,
guys
well,
have a baby.
so for the listeners who may not understand what's going on, this guy is at a driving range, and he has a baby attached to his chest, like you see people walking around, like
that
so,
Bjorn thing
so their
that they
arms
have.
are free,
Right,
free arms to swing the golf club.
right.
Why do you think it angered me? Come on. What?
I mean, I gotta admit it. Like I'm with Gidim on this one. I'm like,
Are you for real?
I mean that you love golf so much that even if you have the baby for the day, that you're gonna.
Yeah, but you're spending time with the kid. It's not like you have it out in the car.
The kid's also not like 8 years old. It's
The kid
it's
is
an infant.
easily how old? Maybe a month or two old?
No.
No, I would say like 6 months old.
Yeah.
5-6 months old.
And it's cooing
You
like
don't,
it's
know that
happy.
for sure. Is
I
it
know
still?
it's not a fucking month old.
Are you kidding me? You think that kid may be, but definitely still forming, right? Still developing.
Yeah.
So you're saying the baby could be
Are
injured
you-
while they're driving?
Are
While
you
he's doing a
saying
driving
the
range?
amount of whiplash, the
Mm-hmm.
amount of potential hazard to that baby's head? I mean, babies.
The fontanelle.
Yeah, the fontanelle, the soft spot.
Are you
golf
are
ball
you
could land in
seriously? You
that.
guys didn't see this?
Mind his fontanelle now.
Yeah.
Did you see it right now or ever see it?
No, you don't see the bad message that's in here. That like
Well, now that you're telling me, yes, I have to admit I do see it, but
I mean, I'm trying to think. That were you fucking taken on a driving range as you were fucking in your development
Yeah,
years?
but he was at the
No, I
other
was
end. People
actually-
were
I was
hitting him with golf balls.
my father would take me to the racetrack. He had one of those backpack things. He'd throw me in that and take me to the racetrack.
All right, but he was he partaking in any
Like, was
kind
he a
of?
jockey?
That would explain a lot. I mean, are you guys really sitting here telling me you don't see not just the fact that it's so, what's the word, where it's ill-advised and just not a great idea to tell people, like, yes, put a baby in a position where you're jerking its head around so you can go fucking play.
I would say if
Shoot some holes.
Golfsmith was actually selling this specific product,
Doesn't matter. They're showing him fucking doing this as if this would be okay. That this is okay.
Wait, can you play it again?
activity.
Because I don't know if I ever see the baby's head get whipped around.
Right.
and
But you
hear,
do
like,
realize though that people got to work on their long game, right?
Okay,
You gotta fall
we're
through.
watching it again now.
But I will say the baby is like cooing happily. Like,
Right, because they're not going to show the ramifications like down the line of when he's fucking drooling.
They're not going to show the dislocated vertebrae.
Look how hard he's hitting that ball.
Is
They
that a
don't.
chip shot?
Right.
And then when they cut to the kid, it's a nice, easy swing. But before
Right.
that, he was fucking driving that ball.
Yeah, he was hitting it pretty hard. Baby looks happy.
Look at the way that head goes.
I don't know. I gotta say, it looks like the kid's whole body moves.
Oh, and the head stays stationary?
No,
It goes
I mean
with the
the head
body.
moves, but it's not like it's not like the head is like suddenly turning to one side or the other.
You're a crack.
Yeah, I mean it's a real like. I mean, people like there are those guys that like certain guys just love things like consumed with them. Like golf. Golf is one of those things where it's like, oh my god, it's going to rain. I can't get out on the what's it called?
It's
links.
irresponsible.
Yeah.
Irresponsible to show a commercial putting a child, especially a child at this age, in this kind of situation where his head is being jerked around like that. You don't agree with that? You're not. I mean,
I want to see the other commercials now.
Yeah,
Because I want to see, compare that relative rage to the next one.
Yeah, I would like this. I don't even think I would notice. I don't like if I saw this commercial. I don't even think I'd notice. I wouldn't think that.
what about the factor of like the dad factor, the male factor here?
Mm-hmm.
A male would a woman do this? Would they show a woman golfing like this as a mother? Probably not. But if dad, they're like, dad's so fucking stupid.
Right.
He'll put him on his fucking
Well, you
chest.
know that's okay. You know it's okay.
Right.
I want to say, I
Dad
guarantee
can
there's
be the
videos
bumbling
like,
fool. Dad can be the idiot. Dad can be, incompetent. That's sure. Dad can be selfish and be like, fuck it. I'm gonna forget at least he has a hat on. Like the son that this kid is getting at that
That
young
is
age.
not the son is not the danger here. The danger is the brain and all that part. That shit's still moving around. You're not allowed to shake that shit around.
I would say this, Brian. If this was a YouTube video and not a commercial, do you think you would feel this outrage?
It's on YouTube.
No, I'm saying if you saw like somebody filming this like at a
like it
golf
was.
range.
Well, then it was real,
Yeah.
as opposed to like
Would
a
you feel
carefully
this outrage?
shot commercial. Would I?
Would I?
Yeah, the
I'm
same
not
outrage
outraged
Walt's
either
feeling.
way.
He's not outraged at all.
Would you feel the outrage
Look at his
Walt is
dial.
feeling?
It's as if
Yeah.
it's as if somebody
I already
opened the
told you.
box. What do I got to? I mean, holy shit! You're seriously telling me you don't see that the message that this
Again,
is
when you
sending?
point-
I can see that if someone, like Gidim said, if they actually sold these and guys were
They
stupid,
do sell these. These things are real, like holders for children.
right? But I'm saying that if they sold these specifically for
At
golf,
Golfsmith?
there's no guy like when you're practicing your swing. That's a big thing. Like you got to get your form down and all this other shit. Nobody's golfing with a baby on their chest and thinking like, okay, I'm perfecting my fucking drive.
I know it's a joke, and it's supposed to be like, because you don't. Yeah. Wait, hold on, excuse me. But the very fact that used to fucking people didn't pick up on it,
He's being so respectful.
lends credence to the fact that this is dangerous fucking message.
Until you started yelling, I think both Gidim and I in unison were about to be like, look at that baby's head go.
I mean, really, it sure sounds like I can't believe it. I'm really shocked. I'm shocked you didn't, because you seem to be more perceptive
Oh, thanks.
as a deacon. I gave you a lot more credit earlier about and I got to take it back now. I got to step back from my my approval.
Yeah, so
I
now,
will say, if a couple came in and the wife said, he brings my baby out to the driving range with a Bjorn and practices golf swing, I would say that there's a problem there.
I just like that you've been demoted to equal footing with me now.
All right, you want to see commercial too?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, maybe.
This one is hitting all the commercials now. This one's everywhere. Everyone's probably seen this. It's on NFL NFL broadcasts, and it's a FedEx commercial.
Are you able to enlarge it?
I'm going to enlarge it.
Okay.
we're shipping a ton of these goofy glasses.
Yeah, well, we gotta hand it to FedEx. They've helped make our e-commerce so easy, and now we're getting all kinds of new customers.
Okay, so it's these people.
We're getting orders from Canada, Ireland.
This one was going to New Zealand.
They're shipping Groucho glasses. Now there's two guys in the woods.
Wait.
Hey, you guys are gonna scare away the deer. Idiots.
Providing global access for small business. FedEx.
Okay, so there's a bunch of people. I mean, there's two people working in a shipping
They're shipping funny glasses, Groucho glasses with, one
the
of the
eyebrows and the nose.
certainly not cutting edge comedy nowadays, right? But
Unless you're Sunday Jeff.
Like the glasses you order on the roast.
Yeah. Thanks for explaining that. So then they're like, oh, they're going all over the world. So it cuts to two hunters
in New Zealand.
in New Zealand. They sound like they're from Australia, though. They sound Australian.
New Zealand's close to Australia. It's not.
Yeah,
not
no
close.
shit. It's a couple hours away.
Okay.
It's two separate countries. What the fuck? So anyway, they're looking through the binoculars, and there's three deer.
The joke is the deer have ordered the Groucho glasses from America to hide from hunters in New Zealand.
So hunters will think that they're guys, other people just walking around. The weird thing is that they're obviously female deer, but they have antlers, like big old antler, like buck antlers.
So you think the outrage is that they're fucking
Why are they
female?
No, I don't think that's what's outraging you now.
Do you?
Why are they obviously female?
Because they got the spots and everything, right?
No, it's so coloration is all about camouflage. It doesn't.
Can
different
either one of
species
you
would
at
be
least
different.
now try to fucking decipher why it enraged me? Though I mean, you've done well explaining what the commercial is about, but you're telling me you
people
you don't
need to know.
understand.
I would say it plays off the ideas that people from New Zealand are buffoons.
I don't think he has that much love for New Zealanders. I almost need to see it again because this is even more wacky than the fucking kid on the guy's chest.
No, get him is right in a sense.
The other thing I can think of is that he's upset that deer can get credit cards and
But it's okay that it's okay to make fun of guys being dumb, especially like hunters, which are usually like backwards hillbilly outdoorsman types.
No,
I'm grasping, man. I don't know what the fuck can make
come
you mad about
on,
this.
man. This is taking a.
let's watch it again.
No, we don't need to watch it again.
Yeah,
Why are we going to subject that to you guys eloquently explained the commercial.
yeah.
You got that down.
People need to know what it's about.
This commercial's everywhere.
I've never seen.
You've never seen this commercial?
I told you I never watch live
okay.
TV ever.
All right, you want to watch it again?
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know. I don't know if it's necessary.
Let me just see it one more time, please. I maybe I missed something. I'm assuming it has to do with the guys. Okay, so it's a novelty store.
We gotta hand it to FedEx. They've helped make our e-commerce so easy, and now we're getting all kinds of new customers.
I know. People are getting orders from Canada, Ireland.
This one was going to New Zealand.
New Zealand?
Why are they all using this one little novelty store? Okay,
This is
so
an
it's
e-commerce site.
so it's these two guys.
False alarm. Hey, you guys are gonna scare away the deer. Idiots.
Providing global access for small business. FedEx.
I mean,
It's because he
If-
calls
if-
them idiots,
if
the
this
deer
is-
idiots, when they're the actual idiots.
if this is the one that outraged you, I'm literally going to take you by the hand and walk you over to the fucking psych ward at Riverview. Maybe we'll cheer up some kids on the way over.
With the
Grab your
clown nose
clown
on 'em.
nose. So what outraged you about this?
I am shocked that
I remember the first time we played this, and I'm like, I could at least see. Yeah, I get why you would be mad at
Maybe it's
this.
that if the glasses fit on the deer and their heads are shaped differently.
I don't think that's what made him mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it has
How
something
can-
to do with those guys.
yes, they chose that somebody at marketing, whoever they paid to market this, who made this commercial for them. How much thought was put into it? Because if you choose the wrong country, you had a fucking firestorm on your hands, right?
Which is
if
maybe-
you don't fucking pick New Zealand
Right.
and you pick another country, you just spin the globe and my finger falls on another country. let's say, Brian, I'll let you say it. I don't know, name a country that would be like, that is fucking outrageous, and FedEx is going to pay a fucking heavy price for this fucking insensitivity. I'm fucking so mad right now I can't even speak.
I see that and hear that. I would say any Middle Eastern country, any African country, or any country within the African continent. I think you could do it to Russia.
No, we might start a war with them. Putin's a little.
Yeah.
Do you not agree that that you don't just make this commercial without really giving it some heavy thought of what country can we choose to be the buffoon, the ass hat of the world?
And they're like,
and they've done nothing.
They're like, this is a no-brainer, New Zealand.
Yeah. I'm picturing them going through their balance sheet. Says, who does the least business with us? New Zealand. Yeah, let's pick on them.
Oh, fuck them.
No way.
Oh yeah, way.
No way. No way. It is not fucking based on money. It is not based on...
Dude, there are countries that FedEx would not dare fly into, and you know it.
It is this decision to fucking shit on New Zealand was made solely for one reason, and it ain't fucking money, get him. It was the safe choice.
I agree, because I'm guaranteed if it was two guys with spears in the middle of Africa and it was two antelopes with the mask on, it would be a hate crime.
Now we see why he works here and not FedEx marketing. He's like, can't we get some of those ladies with the rings around their necks?
With the big lips?
Yeah, the plates in their lips and shit. And,
I mean, do you not see it now?
I mean,
this is fucking uncalled for that you would fucking pick. This is the safest.
Because they list Canada, and then they list, I believe the second one was Ireland.
They said Canada, Ireland, I think they said Australia, and I think they said New Zealand. Why do you think they just, why not just the United States? Like, I guess
because you'd be targeting a state.
Because maybe
because you're doing international, global. You have to pick. You have to pick an international country to basically just say, you're dumb, ignorant fucks.
Like, these guys are dopes. They would fall for deer wearing Groucho glasses.
Yes. And so they chose a country that doesn't have anything that could backfire on them.
Mostly white, not known for their military strength.
Like Russia. Yeah. Could you imagine Russia getting mad about that, though?
Like we got nukes and shit.
Come on, are you fucking for real?
What they should have done was North Korea. That's who they should have used.
They probably don't ship internationally there, though.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. I mean, it is the safe choice, but I mean, have you not accepted that, especially it's two white guys who are dopes, just like the golfing guy. It's okay. It's okay.
And also, like you said, you did make a point. I didn't even think about hunters. Mm-hmm. They're going to use hunters as an example of somebody they want to paint as being ignorant.
I would say I did not see they both have binoculars in hand. I didn't see a gun. So
you knew they were hunters. Don't fucking sit there and tell me.
What do you think? They're just
you're going to scare the deer away? What are they, deer watchers?
Yeah, nature watchers.
Are they?
I know it's.
Now you're fucking. Now you're trying to fucking win a job at fucking FedEx.
I know, you apologist.
Sellout. Do you want to see the last one then?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm pretty outraged about this one now that you pointed it out.
Did I whip you up into a frenzy?
Walt is
New
Zealand's new saint.
Yeah, my needle's approaching the red zone over here with all these.
Have I moved your dial?
Yeah, these outrageous commercials.
I got to find the other one now. Okay, this one also debuted very large. It's getting a lot of accolades though, and I'm surprised in this day and age, and I think it's going to be pretty clear and obvious that why this one got the blood boiling. Does this have a? Oh, this may not even have a. Oh, I might have picked it. Oh, here it is. There it is. Okay.
Meet the first Muslim woman to appear in Playboy in a hijab. I mean, is Playboy now going to the complete opposite end of the spectrum where it's like they used to be totally naked? It's like now let's cover them up as much. Wow, she's fucking hot, man.
Was the hijab just the head
covering?
Not the full burqa.
Well, I mean, but they don't have nudity anymore either, right?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if these are the pictures, I mean, she's very pretty, but sort of flies in the face of what...
Right, we got a game to play.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Wow, she's really pretty.
Fuck.
What,
Here we go.
okay.
Oh, it won't play on my thing, right? That's what that... No, there it is.
Okay, presidential debate commercial.
Well, it's airing everywhere now.
Okay. So it's moving backwards. It looked like a lady and a guy were fighting on a roof, and they fell through a you know what, a skylight.
The glass. I thought that was the glass ceiling.
Now they're throwing stuff to each
They're
other like
talking
cell
backwards.
phones and lobsters.
They're talking backwards.
It's like a slow-mo backwards motion. That's it?
Well, I don't know. It got cut off. But what happens is they're fighting over, because they're valets, they're fighting over a nice car to park. And it all went backwards. The entire thing was shot backwards.
So that's like that little red ticket that seemed to be running after.
Yes.
It was a valet ticket.
There was a valet ticket that they were... There's actually no talking in the whole...
What's the commercial for? I couldn't even tell.
It's for a sports car.
So it does not play in forward. It just plays only in reverse.
Only in reverse until the very end, where they're like, I got this, they say to each other, and they both want to park the car.
That's in the beginning, or that's at the end?
That's at the very end, and then it cuts to the manufacturer of the car.
Okay. So it's a lady and a guy valet. It starts out with them on the floor, wrestling or whatever.
Fighting,
and then...
physically.
Mm-hmm. And then it goes reverse. They go up through the window.
It's a knockdown, drag out. I mean,
right.
There's no bar holds.
Yeah, it looks like a movie. It looks like a movie, like a choreographed fight scene.
Like something John Woo-ish.
Right. And this outraged you because of because
the guy did not give the woman the opposition to take the ticket first as a gentleman.
No, I don't think that's what outraged him. Did the guy land any punches? I don't know. I didn't see.
They all looked like they were landing some good. They were equal landing.
So are you saying? Do you guys want to guess why it made me
That's
rant?
what we were doing.
I know, but
we're trying to talk it through because these are why this would make you rant. Does it have something to do with the car? Like it's that big of a deal to park a nice car? I'm thinking not by your expression. What do you say, get him?
Oh, it's like dealing with Sunday Jeff. It's like a sphinx here.
You wouldn't think that it would be pretty hypocritical for the NFL to air this commercial while they're dealing with a domestic violence problem?
I thought he said this was during the debate. It
aired during the debate, but now it's on during the NFL.
Oh, okay.
At the NFL telecast. It's a commercial that's getting a lot of airtime now.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I didn't know the context. I thought it was during the presidential debate. At first, I thought it was Hillary and supposed to be Hillary and Trump.
The fact that it aired first during the debate is meaningless.
Okay. So you're saying?
I'm saying, do you think that might be one of the reasons that that like it's pretty fucking outrageous that the NFL has the problem that they have, and they are airing a commercial where a guy is punching a woman?
No, I don't, and I'll tell you why. Because it's cartoony. It's obviously modeled on, like you say, like a John Woo type thing, and the woman is holding her own. It's not like she's running from the guy as he tries to take the ticket away
or drag her into an elevator or something.
Yeah. It's so over the top that there's no. I mean, look, they do it in superhero movies, right? Girls are fighting guys and shit.
Well, you're right. That's not why I was mad.
Okay, so you weren't mad about...
I'll tell you why I was mad. That shit was shot all backwards. Is it a coincidence that it aired after dyslexia? After I premiered and I talked about dyslexia, that they come up with something like this?
Because I said they do talk backwards in the ad.
Right.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. I can see that.
I hadn't thought of that. And you did point out that they talk backwards.
Right. So, all right. So, out of those three, which one really fucking got me? Now, I ranted. I don't know how I pulled it off, my rants. I ranted about
You
all
were
three.
really passionate about that first one.
But I ranted about the golf, the being irresponsible.
I think I got this.
I ranted about the second one,
Yeah.
which was you're taking,
You're debasing a whole entire country as being buffoons.
and I ranted that the car commercial stole my idea about dyslexia.
That one I'm immediately ruling out.
All right,
See, I'm not. I'm not. My theory is, and this is my theory. My theory is that he was dismissed so quickly by Yuri.
Yes, yeah,
Ari?
no, Simi.
Simi. He was dismissed so quickly by Simi about how, this is just a crazy idea. No one would be into it. Meanwhile, it's now on the NFL. It's during the presidential debate. It's all over TV, and it was his ideas originally, which was dismissed.
But it's not a fucking game show.
But they're talking backwards.
They're talking
but at
backwards,
no
so.
point is someone like, well, what are they saying?
But that's exactly what's happening. They're going to go, what were they saying? Because it tricks the mind. It's a mystery that you have to solve.
Right, so you're gonna what? So you're gonna go with the last one.
Yeah,
That's the one that made me rant at home.
Yes.
Bri, which one are you gonna go with?
I'm not going to go with that one because prior to this, I brought up somebody tweeting about Tosh doing like the greatest hellholes on earth, and you immediately dismissed it as like, no, of course nobody would ever steal anything from us. So now I have either the baby or the foolish hunters.
Let's just for the sake of the I don't even know how you fucking would ever believe that was the fucking the talking backwards that would get me. That I would go home and rant about it at home.
Yeah.
Come on. So it is between the baby playing golf and the New Zealand being fucking besmirched for FedEx's benefit.
Right.
And it's not really so much about New Zealand that pissed me off. It was just like so fucking safe.
Yes.
So fucking safe.
So that's the real answer.
What?
No, he's not giving the answer. He's saying this is...
And the one about the baby is just like, it's fucking irresponsible to... Because there's going to be some fucking moron out there that's like, oh shit.
Tabby, I'm going golfing. Don't worry, I got this.
So which one was it? Which one got me fucking all...
I'm going...
Eyes are popping and sweaty.
I would say that the New Zealand one would not, that would make that would make me mad more than once you explain the safety factor, the political correctness bullshit, that would make me more mad than you. You're like, I've seen a new Walt Flanagan these last couple of years. You're a very caring and insightful guy. I think it's the first one. I think it's the first one where it's like, especially, and you fucking love your kids so much. I'm sure that it had something to do with like that baby could get injured and some fucking Momo was going to go out there and be like, oh, that's a good idea. So I'm going to say the first one. The first one is the one that raised your ire.
Yeah.
You want to change your answer?
I'm going to agree with you
From
again.
the fucking worst, most obvious.
Well, it was obvious. As you said, it wasn't it. I would agree with him because it has the best potential for harm to an actual child who is innocent. The definition of innocence as a baby. A 1-month-old fresh out of the womb being dragged along to be exposed to the sun. And
The sun has nothing to do with it. I don't know why you keep fucking pointing to the sun. It's this fucking asshole that can't fucking give his kid any attention. That's the fucking harm. And the fact that he's going to fucking irreparably, possibly damage his brain so he can go shoot a fucking couple rounds.
I think we're glossing over the fact that like we should be congratulating Ming for his first commercial.
Yeah, it was the golf one, man. I fucking saw that in the middle of the night one night, and I actually went and tried to record it so I could show Debbie the next morning. I was just like, "Can you believe this? Can you believe how fucking heinous this is to sell some fucking clubs?" They're gonna that some idiot might fucking actually think this is okay to do.
Right, or they go in asking for it. They're like, "Hey, do you sell these?"
You got that papoose?
Yeah, and the guy behind the counter is like, "Oh my god.
You got another one.
Yeah.
Gotta see your ID, sir.
Yeah. God forbid. Imagine if you worked there.
I'm just picturing Walt like rummaging through the closet trying to find the VCR to record this commercial.
No. I hit since it was on a show I was watching, so I hit the record button to record the whole thing that I was watching, which I wasn't recording at that time, just so I can have that commercial queued up.
There you go. That's what you're doing with your time.
Well, amongst other things.
Rather than
Hitting a
finding
button?
keys.
Yeah, hitting a button. Rather than what?
Rather than finding keys for Q.
He never asked me.
Yeah.
He asked you
Well, he knew
to
you
do
wouldn't-
it
He knew
while you're getting paid.
Yeah, he knew you wouldn't do it after fucking getting reported back on you. It's meaningless.
Tell him, Steve Dave.
She came to me late one night. She was bloodshot in her eyes. She was almost hypnotized when she said, "I've got 2 tickets to the Macabre Festival. Souls, what's that wrong? We gotta go." We were born from B-side plays and B-film shit that rocks the brain. You and I were both the same, a couple outcast kids with time to waste. Come with me, listen to see a killer full body symphony, a gathering of forlorn souls, a place where we all belong. And so we showed up to the door, only $3 to get inside. It was a cheap and wild ride. And that music hit me hard, and it followed me back home. Masturbation for the soul. We were born from B-side plays and B-film shit that rocks the brain. You and I were both the same, a bunch of outcast kids with time to waste. Come with me, listen to see a killer full body symphony. Songs flowing from frustrated souls, a place where we fucking belong. And now I know where I belong, why exist is in this song. I never stood a chance out there. When music hits, I'm unaware of all the pain that life can bring. This is why I fucking sing.
This has been a production of Smodco Internet Radio. Sir, only at smodcast.com.